Hello and welcome to Deft and Dorky. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons after we continue talking about special effects.
Virtual set design, dude, it's amazing stuff. Like, I should really learn how to use
Speaking of set design,
Unreal Engine. What's up?
I was watching one of the guys that makes these Tailspire boards, has a YouTube channel. I was watching his stuff, and he was like showing off just some of the tricks that you can do with it. And there's mods out, not Genghis, the other, there's a different guy.
Oh.
There's mods that you can get for Tailspire.
Yeah.
And one of them is you can like change it to where like you have like a map on your board as a map.
Okay.
Or you can go and grab like a dungeon out of a book, a module, and put that down. Then you can place your walls however you want. So it kind of gives you like a layout.
Yeah.
You also showed another one which is just like that forest generator one you did. But it's a dungeon generator, and you go into that, you know, that What About guy who makes all those dungeon generator things on itch.io.
Yeah.
So you like random dungeon generator. It pulls up the random dungeon generator, and then you just copy that, and it pastes it in the Tailspire. It just makes your dungeon walls and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some
Just like-
really cool. People are doing some cool stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. The addition of like Steam Workshop and allowing people to mod, that just like you're crowdsourcing awesome features for your game. You let someone
Also-
develop, and like people who are really passionate about D&D can develop awesome stuff.
It's also distinguishing it from just because there's a bunch of other
Virtual
Tailspire like
tabletops,
things
yeah.
out there. Yeah.
Tabletop simulator.
Fantasy
Except
Grounds
that
is
one
like sort of
sucks.
a Roll20 kind of one. There's a lot of them that are even look 3D kind of style.
You know
that
what
out there, too.
Tabletop Simulator would be good for? If you and everyone you played with had VR headsets.
That would be kind of cool.
Because
They
with a
might-
VR
I
headset,
wouldn't be surprised if they opened that feature up for this.
with a VR headset, Tabletop Simulator seems really cool because it looks like you're sitting around a table. The background kind of looks like crap because it's just a picture, like a 360 camera picture. But you're like sitting there and you like reach out and move the pieces and roll dice and stuff, and that's really cool and it makes it feel more personal. I played Warhammer that way on that thing, where I have my VR headset and I'm moving the figures and stuff. That's really cool. But otherwise, it's a little like, little glitchy, a little weird. It's not as stable as, it doesn't seem as stable as this, and this is early access. That's the main problem, is stability.
Yeah, I
Virtual
think
set
it's
design. I'll
there's
send you a video.
I think there's going to be more cool features coming out for Tailspire since it's still in early access.
Yeah.
Like knocking over figures.
Yeah, that'll be actually really
Oh, yeah.
nice. Just one.
I'm
knock it
surprised.
over.
Is there not a mod for like people that have already made like death animations for the character?
There might
and
be,
stuff?
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
know they had all that stuff. There's a bunch of it there. But it's
just
all
with
gonna be broken.
mods-
Every update's gonna break it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. But the mods, I think probably to play online with mods, everyone would have to have the mods installed. Like
Yeah.
that's how it works in a lot of other games. Like the host can't just have the mods; everyone has to have it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Also, being able to import, I think if they allowed you to import STL files as 3D characters, that'd be real good.
What are you doing?
You need to
I
go
think
wash
I
your
saw
face.
that.
Go wash your face.
Go wash your face.
Covered in
face is
spaghetti.
dirty.
We're playing D&D.
So let's see. Last time.
I'll still be listening, but I'll be right back.
All right. Last time you guys finished getting out of the Order of Dusk dungeon. You went up and investigated some things. Found out you got a cool chest that goes into the ethereal realm, and it had some residuum in it. And a wand of the War Mage. You also found someone grabbed some cool robes. I don't remember who it was. I think it was maybe Creed, maybe Seraph. I don't remember. You guys did get some journals, some documents out of a hidden thing on the bookcase that we forgot to go through. We'll go through those when Creed joins us, hopefully tonight, in a little bit. And then you got out of there, went to Kalshara, was where you had the teleport available. Went there, spoke to a guy there who had a necklace that looked like a piece of the artifact that you've been looking for. Galahad and one of the students had a conversation about the teleportation ring, which then you teleported to there. The Leandrin was not particularly pleased with all the company, but eventually you guys left, and then promptly came back after telling Yarel about the necklace, and she was interested in it. He came back, punched him in the stomach, and took it. Creed saved the day with a persuasion roll of like 42 or some nonsense. So you were somewhat befriended this guy. He said it was all that he had left of his wife, because she went missing in the mine, in the cave that you guys are now in. As you went in there to try to find her, you promised him that you would get the pendant that she carried, and you even made an additional promise to resurrect her, to which he was very excited.
That's what you do. Overpromise, underdeliver.
That's how every successful business works.
Yeah.
Listen,
we can do all.
He can persuade him. We'll get arrested. We didn't say when we're gonna arrest him.
Yeah, just that we will eventually. You know,
when
you
we
just
get the
let us
levels, we'll
take.
come back.
You just let her take a little bit of the hair or something. We'll go take care of it.
So you guys went into the cave. After about a day of travel, you came up upon these green crystals, which
That's the same thing it was yesterday, bud.
some of you recognized as being potentially some like early form of the residuum that you guys found.
That one's a little hard. Yeah.
But
Uh,
Dad, I don't want
There was a giant crystalline structure blocking your path, and as Melmore went up to sort of get a closer look at it and maybe try to meld some stone around it, he was attacked by it. Seraph popped out his wings, and I think that's where we stopped. So everyone you can kind of put your characters where they would have been. I know Melmore's right up against it, but everyone else is kind of...
I'm not on the right board.
How high up is the ceiling?
Probably about 15, 20 feet.
All right, I'll hover up about 10 feet off the ground.
Ah, jeez. Alright, a fight. That's what I know is happening. There's spiders everywhere.
These things already
There's a-
took one whack at me, okay?
There's an ooze. Uh-oh.
He said, uh-oh.
Alright, so yeah, get your characters like wherever you think they would have been, as Melmore walked up to try to mess with it.
Where you at, David?
And then who is going
hiding
to...
behind a rock.
Are there any volunteers to puppet Creed while he's not
I would
here?
love to volunteer, but I don't think I have the capacity to volunteer. I don't have the mental capacity to do all this.
Not it.
I can do it.
Okay.
Oh, that's me right there.
All you gotta do is just Eldritch Blast every time it's his turn.
Pretty much, that's what you get to do.
I got enough characters already.
Can
don't
you
need any more.
view his character?
Huh?
Seraph, or Joe, can you view his character on D&D Beyond? Is that possible, or do you need...
I do
If-
not know.
If you can't, you can always go to the Twitch page and pull it up there. I'm not sure how to... You can see it there anyway. Maybe.
I will be right back. I need to go get my phone because this character is on my phone.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Oh, I also need to test this because I just set this up.
All right, yeah, I got this character.
Cool.
Hey, it totally works.
Yeah, you just gotta go to campaign and then view campaign and then pick the character you want to view.
You can go to the gear and make it and turn off the rolls in D&D Beyond if you don't want that. Eric.
All right. So, let me pull up my stat block, and let's roll initiative.
Is there a list of like the rolls that were made in Because like it went off so quick. I didn't even see what mine was. Was there reroll?
Top right corner, hit space, and then top right corner there's a messages.
My initiative is
Ray
13.
got a 16.
Cool. Got it.
23 for Seraph and 15 for Creed.
Okay, so 23. I think that makes you go first.
18 for Cleroy.
6 for me.
18 for Cleroy.
18. Look at all those children next to Eric.
Why are these boars still in my control?
You know, I just leave them on maps so I don't have to try to find them again.
Oh, there they are. I see them.
Okay, so that was 18 for Cleroy. What was after 18?
I got a 13. It didn't roll that one in. Gabe.
15 for Creed.
Okay, so Melmore. Then Creed.
We're in here fresh, right? We haven't had any fights.
That
No
is correct.
spells used.
13 for Gallyhad, and then
I
Beak.
feel so powerful. 71 hit points.
Are you
Too
going to
bad
roll
that
initiative
creature's gonna-
for Sting?
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Out of the ways.
You're going to get like 4 turns. Now that you got Sting, and you're going to have like 16 boars or whatever.
No place to put any boars if it's just a big jelly guy. A big crystal guy.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a big crystal creature, but the slime was the closest I could get.
It's Michael's turn. We just take a 30-minute break and to come back.
That's why I'm not playing Creed. Not 2 for Sting.
All right,
I
so
got
Sting's
the
going to
already.
be last. Let's take it over to the combat board. All right, so this thing just came down with a giant crystal arm and actually ended up missing Melmore and Seraph. You were up first.
I'm going to bonus action, pop my tattoo,
Okay.
and go over here if I can grab my carry. I'll get up there. Actually, I'll stay back here because I got 15-foot reach. And I'll swing on him.
All right.
First one is 27 to hit.
That will hit.
That does 14 force damage plus 10 radiant damage.
So 24 total?
Yep.
Okay.
And I will stunning strike.
All right. That is a con save, right?
Yep.
What is it we're fighting? It's a big crystal. It's a big like.
What does he have to beat? 17?
Yep.
Some crystalline
succeeds.
structure, Michael. Yes.
Okay.
Like just one big shard just sticking out of the ground.
I'll swing again.
Yeah, it's like a big. As it got closer, it sort of stood up, and it's got 2 arms, 2 legs,
Oh,
and a sort of a head area, but no facial features.
crystal man.
12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Alright. And I'll end my turn there.
All right. Cleroy.
You know, like an elemental from like a.
Alright. I'm gonna pull out my bows and arrows. And I'm gonna take a shot.
I believe you have advantage on this since he has not gone in combat yet. I think is how that works, right?
Alright, yeah. My assassinate thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're both +8.
So it's a 20 then? Right? So yeah, if it's +8, then 20 does hit.
Alright. Nice. Now I get to roll.
Wow.
5 damage.
5 plus your sneak attack because it is engaged with Melmore.
Nice. What is a sneak attack?
I don't know. What is your sneak? You're a rogue.
an extra 2d6, right?
So it's 5
way
plus
higher
14,
level.
19 total. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, you fire your arrow at it, and it sort of hits it and then banks off, and like it chips it a little bit, but it does not do the damage you expected it to do. So that was 19 totals.
I think it's gonna like wipe me out of existence if I like touch it.
All right, is that your turn?
I think so. I don't have any extra attacks. I don't think.
Okay, you still have movement if you want to move, but if you don't, then you're good. All right. It is
Actually, I'll use my bonus action to activate my flame tongue.
okay. Cool. It is activated. Right. It is the living Shards' turn, and it is going to. Let's see. It's just gonna, for now, just gonna keep trying to whack at Melmore since he's still standing in front of him. Oh, that missed. That's a natural 2. That's not so good. That one might work. 24 hits you, Melmore?
Yep, just barely.
Alright. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. As the first arm comes down and you sort of move out of the way as it's pretty slow. But it was already moving the second one and poof, comes down right on top of you. And he's going to stay put. So, Melmore, your turn.
Okay. Just putting in the 10 points. Okay. I had to figure out how to do that. I haven't taken damage since we switched over to the
Wait a minute, how does this damage work? I don't take damage ever.
Switching over, I haven't done it. Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm going to use my bonus action first. I'm going to cast what's it called? I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Great.
2 armor. It's concentration based, so if you do hit me,
Okay.
So that'll give me 25 armor. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm just going to attack with my weapon.
Okay.
With my battle axe.
All right.
So let's see. Drag this. Oh.
Not my turn yet, bud.
Does 27 hit?
27 will hit.
Ray's turn.
And then okay, so here's damage. It's a one-handed, so
Yeah, it's Ray's turn.
10 damage. And then I'm going
I'll
to
let you know.
I'm going to use my cleric ability Divine Strike on the attack to cause it to do an extra D8 fire damage.
Okay. The 10
It's not
damage
a
is slashing, right?
Fire yeah, it's hold on. It's an axe, so I would say it doesn't say. I would assume axe is
Pretty sure
slashing.
axe
Yeah,
is
it's slashing. Slashing. It is.
Okay. So 10 slashing and 5 radiant. Is that right?
And 5 no, it's fire.
Oh, fire. Okay.
Fire damage.
The axe part of the slashing damage does not do as much as you normally would think it does, but the fire does go through.
Alright.
All
And
right.
then I'm going to end my turn right there.
Okay, it is Creed's turn.
Creed's gonna bonus action Hex
Okay.
and then fire off his 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. Is he just going to stay where he is for most of the fight?
Yeah.
I'm going to start trying to play Melmore a little different
First
than usual.
one. 19 to hit.
19 misses.
Second attack. $15 miss.
15 also misses, so he is hexed, but both of the Eldritch Blasts missing or impacting with no damage, as it can't break through the tough exterior.
Creed will move He'll move to the right to get out of line of sight.
So like over here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That is Kree's turn. Galahad.
Okay, I'm ready to go, baby. I am going to cast Summon Aberration, and I'm gonna bring up the Beholderkin.
What?
I'd be surprised if there wasn't a Beholder mini yet.
I don't actually know that there is. You say that now?
I think that there is. I will look.
That should have
but-
been the first one.
I'm about to say that's like the most famous D&D,
Yeah.
the flying meatball dude.
Do they have custom content for this
I
yet?
don't think that there is a Beholder Ken.
They don't have custom figures yet.
Not,
I mean, like, have they allowed player-created stuff yet? Like most Steam things?
No, you have mods, but there's not like a Steam workshop yet.
That's what they're
Okay.
working on.
Once that gets
So-
open, there'll be everything to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that there is a.
Is there a meatball?
Meatball.
Here, you're gonna get
Is
this
there
guy.
a circle
go.
of some kind?
Where's he at?
Hold on. What size is he? Just medium?
Yeah, I believe he's medium.
Okay.
Medium.
And...
He's that weird little thing right there?
And he is able to fly now, so you can put him wherever.
He only hovers.
That's still a
Here's
fly.
a question. Here's an out-of-character question because I don't know. If you have a concentration spell going, can you cast any other spell?
Yeah.
It's not concentration.
Yeah.
Or can you not because you're concentrating on holding a spell?
No, you can just have one concentration spell up at a time. You can cast as many spells as you want that aren't concentration, but the second you cast another concentration spell, the first one will drop.
Gotcha.
Or if you get
Okay,
hit, you
cool.
have to make a save.
Right.
Okay, that's my action. I'm gonna have the Beholder attack it.
Okay.
This is gonna say Scorching Ray because because it uses my hit.
Okay. What actually is it?
Huh?
Like, what actually is the attack, and what kind of damage is it?
It's an eye beam. It does psychic damage.
Okay.
You know, classic eye beam. That's probably not gonna hit. 20.
20 does hit.
It's my turn. I just rolled. Look, I was getting ready to tell you. Okay. Going to do. Here's that.
Wait, just do it.
It's my turn. I'm rolling this dice right now for my damage. Not
So-
8. It's 8. 12 damage.
As the eye beam lands successfully, and you said it's psychic damage,
Psychic damage.
it sort of dissipates into the crystalline structure, and it does not appear to do any damage.
Fantastic. Worth a shot.
All right, is that your turn and the because it goes
No,
at
no,
the
no,
end
no,
of
no,
your
no,
turn?
no, no, no. Don't eat that chip. It was just on the ground. All right, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Beak, you're up.
Okay. I'm going
If you
to.
find any chips on the ground, let me know.
One of them picked it up and started putting it in the other one's mouth, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
You eat this. It's been on the ground.
I eat that. That's probably
They're
still
hungry.
good.
They're hungry. They'll eat whatever.
I'll hang out over here next to this shiny crystal. Looks pretty nice. I'm going to cast Erupting Earth. It's got a 20-foot cube, so I'm going to put it to where the front line is. I don't have a here,
Okay,
so it's going to be like. I don't know, like that's not right.
gotcha.
Yeah, is that right?
Where
Yeah,
it's-
that's right.
it's, Yeah, it's
Yeah.
behind it and hitting it, but not Melmore.
I feel like we need auras, Tailspire people. I'll put that on there, and you need to make a deck save.
What dex save?
Yes.
It probably failed. That is a 6.
Okay, you're gonna take. Ooh, look at that, 31 damage.
Man.
What
Ow.
kind of damage is
Bludgeoning
it?
damage.
Bludgeoning? Okay.
31 bludgeoning. That area is difficult terrain until cleared now,
All right.
and it's gonna take a minute to clear by hand if you want to clear it out. But it's just all rocky and rubbly and all that.
All right. I think our groceries are here. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Sting.
Okay, I gotta sneeze. Okay, I'm good.
All right.
Sting is going to. Where'd Sting go? Sting, come back.
Is he not? This is him right here,
There you
right?
are. Oh, I lost. I had him on. I had his stats pulled up.
Oh.
40 feet. No, I
Gotcha.
can't do much though. 10, 15, 20, 21, that's 30. He's gonna shout. He's gonna say, hey, dwarf, scoot over a bit, and I'll get up there."
Wow.
In his scorpion dialect. And he's done. I'll ready his action, I guess. Oh, here's what he'll do. How about I can't quite make it. So he's going to actually he's gonna ready a move action. As soon as Melmore steps aside or leaves that square, Sting's gonna slide up in there.
I vacuumed. They walked in here,
Okay,
dropped
I'll
it on
allow
the
that.
ground, then
I mean,
picked it up.
So like if Melmore gets booted away, then he's there.
Okay.
But mostly I'm waiting for Melmore just to take a side step.
Okay. All right, Seraph.
I'm pop.
Pop,
Coming
pop.
at him.
Speaking of pop, did you watch the Mighty Nine versus Vox Machina?
Yeah,
This is
I
good.
did.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Uh, 10 force damage and 10 radiant damage, so
Okay,
20 in
20
total.
total.
I will attack again.
Okay.
Come on. Ugh, 19's a miss, right?
18 is a miss.
I will flurry of blows, attack 2 more times.
It's just sort of moving around in space. It's very sluggish,
It's a miss.
but it is a very hard surface.
And last attack. There we go. 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
And 12 force damage.
All
And
right.
I will try to stun again. Stunning strike.
All right. It's a con save, right?
Yeah.
That is a 25.
He saves.
All right. So your turn.
Yep.
Leroy.
Alright. Is this spot right here, is that engaged? Is that in distance?
You mean can
Right
you
next
hit
to
him from
Melmore?
there?
Yes.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
those 3 squares there is he's taking up. So
Okay,
you
cool.
could
I did the
also-
math.
You could also
I
engage
can
from
reach it.
here
Oh, okay.
or there. Either one.
Can we attack melee around corners like that? Just fine.
With this
Not
guy,
really
you
the
can
wolf, but,
because you can he's huge. So you're not that particular. If he was medium sized, then yeah, you'd have some cover. But he's huge, so you can hit a square. He takes up that entire square.
Alright. That's a diagonal move. So
All right.
I'm engaged from there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna attack him with my flame tongue.
All right.
Burn him.
Burn him.
That's not
Pretty
how
sure
you're
that's
gonna
gonna
burn.
11?
That is a miss.
Oh. Alright. Can I use my bonus action?
Swing and do fast. You gotta just hold it close to him.
Just press it against him.
Actually, oh man, I can't. Oh no. I can't. Alright. I'm gonna use my sword. I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack him with my short sword.
Okay. The offhand.
Yes. There we go. It's +8.
Okay, that hits.
Nice.
Some unfortunate
Alright.
rolls.
Another another 5.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to do the damage you want to do. You do get sneak attack though.
Yeah, I should probably put that on there. No ones.
So 5 plus 22. There, that's a little better.
And this like +4. Alright. So about 20. So 26.
But again, yes, seems to not do as much damage as you think that it might. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because his body's like hard, or is there some sort of shimmer thing going on?
The slashing is just because he's hard. He's rock-like. All right, it's his turn, and let's see here. Yeah, he's gonna do that. I need Melmore, Sting, and Beak to make dexterity saving throws as he takes one of his hands up and punches it straight down into the ground, and spikes start jutting out of the ground in a line.
Well, that'll probably hit me at dexterity.
Yay, I'm glad I flew in the air.
15 for me.
5.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted. What happened? Do I need to roll a dex save?
No, you're good.
And 12 for Sting.
All 3 of you fail, so you will all take that's a lot of ones. 33 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are all 3 knocked prone. So he does that with his one arm, knocks you down, and then he's going to swing with his other arm onto Melmore, which now has advantage because Melmore is prone.
What kind of saving throw do I need to make to hold my...
Make a Constitution saving throw, and you need to get a 16 or higher to maintain concentration.
Oh, 15.
All right, it is your guardian is gone, or your extra armor.
Extra armor.
And then does 24 hit you?
Yep, just barely.
Because he lost the thing?
Yep, just because I lost it.
Okay. Oops. You will take 5 more points of bludgeoning damage. And that is his turn. Melmore, you are up.
Okay. Let's see. Melmore is... Let's see. That was not a ride. Just trying to move a dice out of the way.
Okay.
Just I'm gonna move over here, just 1 square.
Okay. Sting, I'll allow him to try to stand up and get there. I don't know if he can get there the full distance after having to stand up. He was
No,
holding
he won't be
action.
able to make it. So he'll just, yeah, he won't do it.
Okay.
He can't.
And then I'm going to cast a spell called Flame Strike.
Okay.
It is a 10-foot, basically, cube area just in front of me. In front on him.
Okay.
So it's a dex saving throw. 17 dex. So he needs to make a dex saving throw.
He does not save.
Then he will take the full damage of... This is fire damage.
4d6.
16 fire damage. And we gotta do this again. Radiant. It's gonna be, this time it's gonna be another 46 of radiant damage.
What's this from?
same spell. You take both. You take
Oh, it's
46
because
of
it's
fire
half fire,
damage
half radiant.
and yep, 46 radiant. So
16 and 13.
yep, they're 13 radiant.
29 total.
Yep, and then that is actually as a bonus action. No, that's it. That's my turn here.
Okay. All right. It is Creed's turn.
Creed will poke his head back out. Can he see? Is there like? Does there seem to be like any like stones or anything inside the creature?
Make a. What's his passive perception?
It's not the best. 10.
You can't really tell. Just the. I mean, you guys saw the glowing thing that was inside of him when you first came up there, but nothing else really.
So he did. So Creed saw the glowy thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Creed's gonna pop out and cast Dispel Magic on that.
Okay. Make an Arcana check for me real quick. 'Cause I don't.
Oof. 6.
6. Okay. I mean, just basic Arcana knowledge, you would know that Dispel Magic doesn't work on items. So unless this is enchanted and like a spell effect, you know it wouldn't work. So you can try it and see if that is the case, but you would know that. Also,
Yeah.
Ray, take 1 more point of bludgeoning damage. I forgot to add.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll go ahead and try it.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and cast Dispel Magic. Nothing seems to happen.
He'll pop back around and hide, and then end his turn.
Okay. All right. Galahad.
Now it's my turn. All right, I'm gonna do the square dice. Let me see if I have a spell that does the square dice. All right, I got a spell for the square dice. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray.
All right.
Let's see. Why is it? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray. Three rays. Here's the first one. It's gonna be 26. I'm just gonna roll all 3.
Okay. First one hits.
That one hits.
Second one hits.
That one doesn't hit.
Third one does not hit.
Okay, so well, there we go. That's unfortunate.
Is it 2d6 for each one?
Yeah.
So it's.
And I guess I'm gonna
11 total.
Yeah. And I guess I'm gonna make this beholder can go away for now because I can't
Alright.
change it to anything else.
Okay.
Just put it over here because I might summon something else.
Okay.
Nope, my turn's over. I rolled all the square dice.
All the square dice have been rolled. Do you take aim with the Scorching Ray? As it impacts, it does damage. Anyone with a passive perception of 15 or higher, go ahead and make a perception check.
I don't think I have that.
I think it's just Seraph and Milmore and maybe Beak.
Yeah,
24
He's
for me.
gonna end my turn real soon.
Perception.
Oh yeah,
16.
Liliana forgot her bunny. Go give it to her.
Okay, and then what's your passive perception, Beak?
14.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you guys both notice, especially Seraph, you notice that particularly right after those Scorching Ray impacts, that the shard in the middle of it seems to be glowing just a little brighter.
Oh, am I charging it up?
You don't know? You can't tell.
And that's
I'm
only
kinda like-
happened with the fire spell?
As far as you can tell, yes.
Did it happen whenever he used Flame Strike?
Make another perception check.
That's
Nope. 10.
Couldn't tell. All right, Beak.
I'm gonna run up there, and as I'm running, I'm shifting into a giant snapping turtle. I'm gonna bite him.
Snapping turtle.
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
Comes from the ponds.
Whoa.
The Oklahoma.
got
Hills.
him.
Yeah, look, I got it because there's a figure for it. Yeah. I want to get as many figures on the top of my screen as I possibly can, so I'm gonna get a new one every day.
All right, so you were back there. You had to stand up, so that took half your movement.
Oh, that's right. Let's see.
Well, he transforms so he gets all his movement back, right? Yuck, yuck.
So that's 15, 20, 25, 30, shift. It works.
Oh, all right.
Either
So-
way, he's got 40-foot movement. Oh no, that's 40 foot. He's got 30-foot movement. But I can shift there and fill that square. So yeah, I'm good.
All right.
So I run up there, and I'm going to bite him.
All right, bite away.
Lousy +6 to hit, but that's an 18.
18 is a miss.
All right, that's all I got.
All right.
As I'm running by, I'll say, Beak, save yourself, Beak. Sorry, Sting. Whatever your name is.
All right, Sting's turn. So what is Sting doing?
Sting's gonna come over here and take care of himself. Actually, he's gonna go this way.
He's gonna stand up.
10. Oh yeah. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's gonna come over here and just sort of lick his scorpion wounds.
All right. Seraph, you are up.
Is there enough room for me to fly past him to get to the other side?
No. He is basically fills up the entire hole
He's
there.
waving at you, Joe. There you go. Now he's done.
All right. I'll just continue punching.
All right.
There we go. 25.
25 hits.
Ten force and 10 radiant, so 20 total
All right.
on the first hit. Second hit. First one I'll do stunning strike again.
Okay. That is a 19.
Save. All right. Punching again, missing again. Flurry of blows.
All right.
Miss and a miss.
starting to. If you were beating it with your fists, it would maybe be hurting your knuckles at this point. All right, is that your
Oh,
turn?
this tattoo's terrible. Yeah, I'll have my turn there.
It's hurting my tentacles. Cleroy.
Hang on, I gotta let him sort of quick. Boom. All right.
I'm
Now,
immersed.
now I'm gonna
Perfect.
use my flame tongue to make him feel pain.
You need to get Isaac to put a little bonfire on your sword. Position it just right.
Oh,
Then you can't miss.
+8. That's a hit.
That will hit.
And then I'm gonna use my should have gone back to the. It's 1d4. Wait, no, that's the dagger. So 1d6. +4, 8 damage.
Which,
I
how
didn't-
much of it is fire?
And then the fire damage, I think, is like +2. Let me see.
And
I'll
you
keep an
also
eye out
take
for
attack.
this. To see if the fire recharges it.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
And 8 fire damage.
Okay.
And after I get my sneak attack?
Yep.
Nice.
8
18.
3 ones, what is this? Alright, well. 12 plus 4. So 16.
With the 18 perception check, it does not appear to be glowing any differently from that fire hit. All right, is that your turn, Cleo, or are you going to move?
No, I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna hit again.
Okay.
Uh, 17.
That is a miss. As you clank
Okay.
your sword off of it. Are you going to move?
No, because then you'll hit me.
Okay. No, don't hit me. All right.
Exactly.
It is the crystal's turn.
Can
Let's
we have,
see
like,
here.
disengage or something?
He can use a bonus action to disengage if he wants to.
He uses
He
bonus
already
action
used it
to
for his
attack
sword, though.
instead. Got it.
Yep, he's going to swing his right arm out to the side and come back in. Actually, hold on, I got to see if he gets it back. He does. He's going to take his right arm, swing it down into the ground. I need Beak, Melmore, and Cleroy all to make a dexterity saving throw as he punches him down and the spikes come out of the ground again.
Did you take
Trying to kill
Creed?
Melmore tonight.
Natural
Not
20.
Cleroy.
I got a natural 20.
And that's a dex save, so you will actually take no damage from it.
And
It's like a movie almost. It's like the Matrix. I perfectly it's coming in and do an amazing backflip over it. You got the slow motion and everything.
So, Nook,
Name's Beak.
Beak and Melmore will both be prone again and take 35 points of bludgeoning damage. And
It might not be prone because as a turtle,
Your turtles are
if
immune
I'm
to
about to-
prone?
if I'm about to be knocked prone, I can roll a DC 10 con and not be knocked prone.
Oh, cool.
And I did.
You're not prone. And as the spikes come out towards Cleroy, he sees it coming and instinctively dodges out of the way of all of them, taking no damage because he's a stupid rogue. So Melmore's knocked prone. He is going to then swing with his left arm, try to come down on Melmore with
I
advantage.
look over at the rogue and I say, "Cowabunga, dude."
Boo. 27 to hit you, Melmore.
yeah, of course that is.
And you will take 10 more points of bludgeoning damage. And that is his turn. Melmore, you are up.
Guess I'm going to use my movement to get up.
It's half your movement, so you still have half of it left.
And then I'm going to cast Banishment on him.
All right.
So charisma save of 17.
Charisma. Ooh, he's not great. Ooh, that is just a 17.
Does that mean he saves?
Yes.
Damn it. Well, Melmore is going to use the rest of his movement and try to move back here.
All right, he will take an attack of opportunity on you as you run by, but that is a 15, so he will miss.
Because Melmore is almost dead.
All right, is that your turn? Or
And
are
that
you
is my
using
turn.
you have a bonus
Oh, yeah, I have
action?
bonus.
I don't know
Right. Yeah, I'm going to use a bonus action. Oh, wait. Actually, I don't have the spell ready. So... Oh, no, I do have it ready. I'm going to use a bonus action. Healing Word.
if can't use healing word because you already used a spell this turn. It's
That's
not
right.
a cantrip.
Nope, then, yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Creed.
Creed's gonna pop out and throw some Eldritch Blasts.
All right. Go to town. See if Creed continues his trend of not ever hitting anything.
Oh, 15.
Oh, it's gonna hit. He's gonna hit.
this. Yes.
Yikes. 6 points of
6
force
damage
damage.
plus
Oh, yeah, it's
4 points of necrotic
Oh, right, because he's got that.
from the heck.
So that's 10 total.
And then
strike.
second. Another 25 to hit.
Nice.
There we go. 11 points of force and 3 points of necrotic. So 14 total.
All right. He is starting to show some wear. 14.
Creed goes, I made a scuff mark.
Anyone again with perception over natural passive perception 15 or higher, go ahead and make a perception check if you want to.
Eesh, 14.
Well, if I can find it on my list of things, I will do that.
Is a perception of 14? Is that +1?
12.
Nope, nothing to see here. All right, is that Creed's turn?
Yep.
All right, Galahad.
Boy, I'm back. I'm gonna crap. What damage has worked on it so far? What type of damage has worked on it so far?
Everything.
I think.
Everything has given it damage other than psychic, and it seems to be resistant to. I think you guys have done piercing and slashing.
Okay, I'm gonna but the red charged up the crystal. The fire charged up the crystal. The red. I shot red at it.
I shot red.
I shot the monster with the color red.
I shoot you with red magic.
Looks like looks like his shirt's blurred out.
Me?
With your cup right there.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I don't. Did Sarah say anything out loud? Because you wouldn't have noticed it necessarily.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
I haven't said anything.
Okay, well then I don't know. So fire damage it is, boys. I'm gonna cast me a fireball
Behind it.
so it doesn't hit anyone. Yeah.
Okay.
What's a fireball? You're about to see it. And by see it, I mean you're gonna see me roll some dice.
That's a dex save.
Watch it, dice it.
Yeah, dex save DC
He
17.
He failed it miserably.
That's a bunch
Yeah,
of
it's not a-
sixes.
That's a good roll.
All right, 39 points of damage.
39 points of fire damage. Pew pew pew. I'm feeling good now. I guess that's all I'm doing.
Until he overloads and kills us all.
Guess how much it did in D&D Beyond? 22. So
So it's working out.
working out.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Beak. Mr. Turtle.
I'm gonna bite.
Mr. Turtle is my father.
Ooh, I got him. 24.
That hits.
Okay. This is slashing damage. Ooh, that's some sixes. 25 slashing damage.
25.
Chomp on his little crystal bits.
Okay. Again, not as effective as you would like it to be, but it does do damage. All right. You got anything else, or is that it?
That's it.
All
The
right.
Scorpion's just gonna hang out.
Okay, this thing's just gonna stay back.
Just defensively stand there.
All right, Seraph.
Winging on him again. Natural 20.
Natural 20 hits, of course. That's a good. What's a good first hit? You natural 20. You get all that extra.
Let me reroll. So that's 9 on the dice. And another 10, so 19 plus 5. 24 plus 10, 34 damage
Jeez.
on the first hit.
And Sting do dodge. I forgot that's the thing I can do.
24, that's force.
Sure.
10 of it is radiant.
Okay.
On the first hit, and I'll try to stun him.
All right. Yeah. That is a 19.
Saves, okay. I'll swing again. Just reroll this time. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Eric, that's funny though.
I know, right?
Sorry. Get rid of that. There. I want it. 12 force damage on that one.
Okay, 12 more.
And I will flurry of blows.
All right.
And
Whipping it with your tentacles.
23 to hit on that one.
3 hits.
Oopsies. Didn't do that. That one does 12 force damage.
Another 12, jeez.
And then 27 to hit on the last
will
one.
hit.
And that one did 14 points of force damage. And she, Sarah's up there flying around just going, "Wah, wah, 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 wah."
All you see is just like whipping tentacles slapping this thing all over. All right, is that your turn?
Turtle gives you a rock on.
Yeah, in my turn there.
I'm out of Ninja Turtles references other than Cowabunga. I don't know what else.
Grab shell, bro. Leroy, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna use my flame tongue. Okay. 10. I believe does not hit.
Nope, it does not.
Alright then, I'll use my bonus action to use my my offhand. To use my offhand sword. Another 2.
That also does not hit.
It doesn't. It just goes straight out. I feel like I deserve a reroll.
You just pop, pop, pling off of the hard exterior. Are you gonna move?
I got shenanigans. No.
All right, it is the living Shards' turn. Let's see if he gets his thing back. He does not. So he is going to. swing
God,
at
I
this
lived.
Giant turtle. That is a 22 to hit. Beak.
That's a hit.
Thought for sure you're gonna have the thing again and kill me.
Yikes. That's 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and he's going to use his other arm to hit you again. 23 to hit.
Yep.
Jeez. So 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And he's just gonna growl at you guys, and that's his turn. Melmore.
I'm gonna try to banish him again.
All
So, yeah, I'll use banish at level 4. So go ahead and roll a Dex or Charisma save 17 to save.
That is an 18. He's rolling really well on those, luckily, because he is not particularly charismatic.
All right, Melmore is going to move over like here a little bit, and that's it. I'm done.
All right, Creed is up.
Creed will keep doing what he's doing, throwing some more Eldritch Blasts.
All right.
First one. Yeesh. 18. Miss.
18 misses.
Second one. It won't let me pick up the die. 19. Miss.
Also miss. Poor Creed.
And he'll just go hang out with the guy that we brought with us and protect him.
So how you been doing today? Sorry about this.
All right, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to I was gonna say, how does it look? But I'm sure it looks like a big giant crystal monster.
It is starting to look rough. There are bits that are cracking now.
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray again.
Okay.
Easy thing to do. Here's one.
That will hit. So first
Here's
one
2.
hits, second one misses.
Misses. And here's 3. How many dice? That one misses too.
That one misses as well.
And here's the 3rd. Or here's the damage. It's trying to decide if that's a 1 or if it's a whatever's on top of 3, because it's like perfectly on the edge.
Yep. Alright, so 4 more points of fire damage.
What's up, bud?
Is that your turn? You moving?
No, I'm not moving.
Okay, beak.
I'm gonna bite. Ooh, there's a 20.
That'll hit just barely.
21, actually.
Oh, that'll hit slightly more than just barely.
And, ooh, that one exploded. For 18 slashing damage.
Alright, so that's reduced to... Alright, is that your turn?
Yep.
Turtle done. Is Sting just taking dodge action?
Yeah,
What kind of damage was that when he used his ability? I think out of curiosity.
Bludgeoning.
That I took. Bludgeoning.
Seraph.
Alright. Here comes the poppin'. Eesh, 19 miss.
That's a miss.
And another 19.
Another 19.
And flurry of blows.
Okay.
And another 19.
Be right back.
Just
I swear.
There you go.
There we go. 24. Big thing is just getting that extra 10 radiant
The
in.
radiant, yeah.
There we go. 26 damage, 10 of it being radiant.
Yikes.
You zoom into the battlefield, you can hear those dice clicking around. Those ones that that have the shakes underneath you.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright, it's starting to look really rough, and with that last hit, you can see that the crystal, it's like there's cracking around the crystal, which causes the crystal inside to light up a little more, and suddenly...
It's exploding.
3 of those. 2 of those. That's all it took. Okay. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 4, 5. Trees out of there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll roll a d6. Reroll it.
Nobody.
There you go. So Galahad's going to get
What am I getting?
a scorching ray fired at you.
I don't like that.
That is a 19. I don't think that
It
hits
hit
you.
me? I don't think that does. Let me check.
I think your armor class is 19.
It says 17, but I don't know why it says that. It was pretty high.
I think it might have been 19. But if you say 17, either way, I think that's going to hit.
Either way, it's gonna hit.
So that is
What's up, bud? Huh?
10 points of fire damage to you. And
That
then
green
I need
thing,
to roll
that's the
another
enemy.
d6 to Cleroy.
Huh?
That is a
name
27 to
is
you.
Slime.
That hits. 3 points of fire damage to Cleroy.
Huh?
Oh man, what the heck, man? You didn't need to do
No,
this.
the slime's not on my team.
That's Galahad again. That is a
Yeah, we're
15, so
beating
that
it right
misses.
now.
Another scorching ray fires out towards Galahad, but it misses.
Yeah, that's right. I block it with my immense
And
magical
then I
block.
roll 2 more times. This is against Seraph. That is a 26 to hit.
Where's my health on here?
You will take 8 points of force damage as a Eldritch Blast force beam comes out of it and hits you, and then one more. That is a Galahad again. And that is another 19.
Hold on that 19 before you.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay.
19 doesn't hit me. But...
So another Eldritch beam shoots out towards Galahad, and he pops up the shield, and it deflects off against a rock.
Could
This
have
thing
cast that
is
at the
looking
first one.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
Super rough. And Cleroy, it's your turn.
Alright.
Elim.
Since he was a big meanie and he hit me, I will never show any remorse against him.
I can tell.
My god.
You showed a little remorse.
14?
That is a miss.
Okay. And then with my offhand,
That is also
alright,
a
that's
miss.
also.
Alright, it's the slime's turn. He gets his thing back. He does not get it back. He's going to swing a couple times at the turtle. It's a 23 to hit. Jesus, rolls are terrible. That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage to the turtle. And the second attack is a natural 20.
Girl's gonna look over at the
Oh
rogue
my
and
god!
Yes.
2 whole damage. What a boss.
For 20, no, not 20, 12 points of bludgeoning damage to the turtle.
he's gonna look over at the rogue and say, with his final breath, he's gonna say, "Rock on, little dude." And then I'm back to Beak.
Okay. Can't believe I got a crit and roll double ones. So lame. That's his turn. He is just barely staying together. Melmore, you're up.
How do you...
You can get him out of there. Put Beak back in there.
I don't know how to work the stupid game. I'm gonna cast...
Where is Beak?
I don't know. Oh, he's over here in the corner.
Okay, I'm trying to figure how this works. It says, a wave of energy washes out from the point of your choose. Oh, and 6 creatures in a 30-foot sphere centered on that point. So, if I did, like right here, I think everybody would be in there, right?
Click once and you can expand it and see.
Ah, that's weird.
That is weird.
Well,
What's the range on it?
Hit. You have to do what? You have the wrong one selected.
Oh, do I have the wrong
30-foot
It's,
radius.
30-foot radius.
Also, we put me
There's
up
30 feet.
I'm
on
pretty
him
sure
as
that
it-
gets everybody, right?
Yeah, I think it's everyone.
Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds. I've never cast this spell before.
How many targets can it
So-
hit?
6. So
Okay.
but I only wanted to hit my party members.
No heals for
Anybody
sting.
that. Well, I mean, he's a party member. Anybody that's taken damage can.
I don't think Creed's taking any damage, so you could skip.
So if
it.
you haven't
yeah,
taken damage, if you haven't taken damage, it's not for them. How about that?
Okay.
So it's going to do. Let me see.
What were you saying, Michael?
Scoot me up 5 feet.
Oh, you want to be next to him?
Everybody takes 19 points of healing.
Sting says thank you.
All right.
That puts me away from dead at least.
All right. Is that your turn? Or are you gonna move?
Just going to. I'm gonna stay right here.
You can move. The stuff isn't actually here.
No, I mean it's good. He can stay right there. I just
Okay.
don't need to move.
Creed.
Creed's gonna pop around that corner, just nonchalantly, still talking to this guy. Throw a couple more Eldritch Blast. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
That's 2d10. That does. Oh man. 4 plus 5, 9 damage.
9. Okay.
9 whole force damage on a natural 20. Yay.
Hey, I don't want to hear it.
And the second one is 19. Miss.
19 is a miss.
And he'll pop back around and put his arm around him and go, see, I got him that time.
Galahad, you are up.
I'm up already.
All right. 10 minutes later, I'm up already.
All right. I'm gonna cast magic missile.
All right.
Okay, so 3 of these. Oh, it didn't go through. There we go. There's 1. There's 2.
Okay.
And there's 3. Hey!
All right. And with that third magic missile, you can see that as they absorb the shard in the middle does get a little bit brighter after dimming from the expunging of all the energy earlier. It does get a little bit brighter. And as it's cracking up, it does expend what energy you have dumped into it since then.
I'm gonna move.
So this one goes to Beak. Okay, this would be before you move because it's taken as it dies. You've killed it. But as it sort of is dying, anything that was absorbed, it gets thrown back out. So that is that a 24 to hit Beak? I think that hits you, right?
Yep.
So that's 5 force damage as an Eldritch Blast beam comes out at you, and then 2, 3. Cleroy will take 2 points of whatever magic missile damage is. That's no one. It's Beak again. Beak takes 3 points of damage from the magic missile, and the last magic missile will go towards a Galahad. A nice, perfect reflection of the final attack.
Nice.
And you will take 3 points of damage as it begins to crumble and pop apart at different parts of the crystal. It is defeated, and you can see the most of it is just crumbled down now to inert-looking crystals, but the shard is still very, very, very faintly glowing.
I'm gonna fly and pick it up.
Okay. You can fly in. It takes a minute of digging through and sort of breaking apart some of the stuff that was still attached to it, but you are able to grab it.
I'll take it over to Galahad. I don't know what
it?
you can do with this, but here you go.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'll go up to Melmore and place a hand on him and cast Healing Hands for 10 points.
All right.
All right.
I think I cure wounds on myself.
Take if we stay here for 10 minutes, guys, I can cast Prayer of Healing and give us some more health.
I'm fully healed up. I'm all right. But...
I'm fine.
Alright, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit here.
Nomor took
in
94
silence.
points of damage from that thing.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna sit here in silence as there's blood dripping all over my face.
First,
What did he give me? A crystal?
Yep.
What does it do?
are you gonna take the time to identify it? Or
I
are you
mean,
just looking at it. What are you doing to it?
Beak offers you
yeah.
a good berry. David.
Make an Arcana
Yeah.
check for me.
Alright,
all right,
take
I'll
it.
make an Arcana
1 hit
check.
point.
That sounds like a thing I could do. It's my turn. I'm rolling right now. See this?
Gonna have one more.
Not great. 18.
18's decent.
I'll
It's
give you one more.
It definitely has some magical properties about it.
I'll bag it for now. I don't
knowing-
like we're trying to move through, right?
Knowing what you are, knowing about a little bit about these green crystals and the residuum, it's interesting. It's something you'll have to come back to. But
Okay.
there's something about it.
I'm
gonna
back
cast
at the
Healing
full with
Word on
good
myself
berries.
before we go. Just a level
You
4.
are dripping blood with 2 hit points down.
Yes.
So I heal myself for 13 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna heal myself one more time for continuing on.
Okay.
Come on, 8.
You almost got 8 total.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that same thing for Sting as well.
Okay.
Exact same thing.
Well, I've expended most of my spells for the day.
All right, you guys done doing all the things you're gonna do while you're standing here?
Yeah, we're in
Okay.
initiative order, so we can't move ourselves.
With arrow keys, you can.
Yeah, you forget you do with arrow keys. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just hanging out with Sting.
All right. So, yeah, Leandrin was saying that didn't used to be here. I don't know where that came from.
He hasn't been here in... This is Sting. I'm gonna let Sting do my intelligent talking.
Okay,
So, what's Sting's intelligence? 10, right?
I think so.
It was like 10 or 11 or something, yeah.
So
She said-
Sting looks at him and says, "Wow, can Sting talk?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you
right.
awaken
Yeah,
him, he can talk.
that's right. He says, "How long's it been since you've been here?" Maybe he talks like a mobster.
No way.
How long's it been since you've been down here?
It's been over a decade.
That's all he has to say.
He's
Well,
like,
should we?
it's been over a decade, Mr. Scorpion, sir.
Things must be different.
All right.
What time is it?
It's like evening or early evening.
Should we start setting up camp here, or keep moving a little bit? Not all at once.
Beak says, "I'm good."
I am completely fine.
Melmore has no spells hardly, but he's willing to go.
The Scorpion speaks up and says, "Melmore doesn't have any spells."
I don't know how many spells I have left. I was
Scorpion is
counting.
like, how did I get roped
Low
into
on
this?
spell slot.
If you're gonna speak common, you need to speak the Queen's common.
We have enough room here for the tower, so maybe we just sleep here for the night.
Take a night right here. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can. Yeah, sure. If that's what we want to do. I can set up the tower.
Okay, you setting up the tower?
Yeah, sure. I'll set up the tower.
All right. I don't think Sting can fit in there. Certainly not with everyone else.
No, it's not that big, unless we all go to the second floor. 2-story tower. We could. Yeah. Well, he's stuck outside. That's pretty much it.
He never stays inside anyway. It's okay.
Yeah, he doesn't stay in the dome either.
Yeah.
We
I'll
can't
make
fit
the
in
tower.
You can't fit in the tower either. Is it?
It's 10 foot round, 2 stories.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty small.
Yeah.
You can get real cuddly with Sting.
You have to sleep on Sting.
I'll hang out on top. I mean, Sting can hang out up here too. Can he climb up there? He's not much of a climber. Scorpions can climb.
Scorpions have climb?
This guy doesn't, but real scorpions do.
Well, he's a giant scorpion.
He
So
can
he
still
weighs
climb.
a little more.
The tower's magically bolted to the ground.
Okay. Is anyone keeping watch? Or are you just going to sleep in the tower?
You know, I guess
I'll
if
keep
we're
watch.
gonna sleep here, I'll identify the crystal.
Okay.
I'll keep a watch.
Sting will keep a watch.
Okay. Tell me your watch orders in just a moment. The crystal, if you identify it,
What you doing?
is a shard of absorption. So it requires attunement, and then I don't know if this is share, so I'll just read it. While holding the shard, you can use your reaction to absorb a spell that is targeting only you, and not with an area of effect, and not counterspell. The absorbed spell's effect is cancelled, and the spell's energy, not the spell itself, is stored in the rod, or in the shard. The energy has the same level as the spell when it was cast. The shard can absorb up to 15 levels of energy over the course of however long you've got it. Once the shard absorbs 15 levels of energy, it can't absorb anymore, so it's just capped. And then, as an action, you can discharge the energy stored in the shard as a spell attack using your spell attack modifier. If you are not a spellcaster, use Int as your modifier. And then on a hit, the shard deals 1d4 force damage per level of energy stored within the shard.
Okay, nice.
Give it to Ray. Since can you like stick it in his shield?
About to say, can I just like tape it to my chest or something?
Well,
He's the one taking.
you can just use it as reaction. You just like hold it up.
Oh, I thought it was big.
So you can just stick it in your pocket.
Yeah, it's with you can hold it within your hand and then just as reaction.
Oh, I
pull
thought it was like this big.
No.
Yeah, I was thinking like
No, not quite that big.
Like this. It's like this size.
Yeah, it's closer to that.
That's still pretty big to have in your hand all the time.
Well, I mean, you can keep it in your pocket and as reaction pull it out and
Just like tape it right here.
just tape it on your hand.
Getting down, bud.
seems like a good thing for the frontliner to have. He's one.
Yeah, whoever wants it can have it because I'm already attuned to 3 magical items.
I'm attuned.
That's why my AC
I
went
think
down.
we're
I
all
remember.
attuned to 3 magical. I'm attuned to like.
I don't think Creed is.
Or
Creed's worthless though.
what about
I only have 2.
what about our rogue? He was always hurting for magical items.
He's got enough.
No,
He
I'm only
dodges
attuned.
stuff anyways.
I would like some magical stuff. I
only
don't have
attuned
anything
to one,
magical
actually.
except for that sword.
Well, you can have this crystal if you want. Beak.
I'll take the crystal.
Will you remember to use it?
You don't even know
Okay.
how sneak attack works.
I'm talking about. I don't even know how sneak attack works. Yes, I do.
I don't trust you. I'm holding the
It's
crystal up.
5d6.
I don't trust that guy.
That might not be good because the problem with me is if it melds with me, I guess I can keep it in my.
You can shoot it out of your mouth.
Like maybe I can keep it in my hand whenever I shift. I don't know. Problem is I would never remember it. I would never use it. So I need passive magic items.
Also, don't you dual wield, Rogue? Aren't you dual wielding?
Yeah, I do.
I
Then you
guess
can't hold a crystal.
Can I
He
just like
could
shove it over in like one of my armors?
Shove it in your armor.
Maybe I can craft you a necklace.
Oh yeah. Craft me a necklace.
That'd be a hella chain right there.
Yeah.
Do your chain hang low?
Yeah. I mean, we can do whatever with it, but for right now, since no one's gonna hold it, I'll just put it in my bag. Could you just carve it into the shape of a knife and then have double use?
Okay, so you should be able to actually find it. It's called Shard of Absorption in D&D Beyond.
Okay, I'll add it to my bag for now. God dang it.
Let me know if you can't find it, because it's both that shard and that monster I made, so I don't know if they're easy to find. Alright,
Absorption. Wondrous item.
that is it.
Oh, you know what I forgot?
What did you
That's
forget?
That's why my plus to hit so high. I was like, why is my plus to hit a 12?
Wand
I
of
don't
the
know
War
why
Mage?
that. Wand of the War Mage. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I ignore half cover. Heyo.
Why is that? Because of the wand?
Because of the wand.
Wow. All right.
Pew pew.
All right. So who's taking watches?
I'll take the first.
I'll take the second.
Second.
There's a third. Me and Sting will do it.
Okay.
Oh, that's why. Ugh. Amulet of proof against detection and location.
Yikes.
Yikes,
11.
indeed. Yeah. So you hear echoes of things that are not near you, but nothing seems to be happening nearby. So first watch goes on without issue. Second watch, go ahead and make a perception check.
Can't stop getting sixes. 6.
6 total. So as you're looking out down one tunnel, you do see a light. Turns on, turns off.
I'll scout it out real quick. I'll sneak over there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
That's pretty good. Stealth plus 12.
Okay.
So it's like 27 or something like that.
As you're sneaking towards it, you see the light turn on, back off again.
You want me to help you find her?
You get a little closer, and you're slowly sneaking over there. It turns off, back off again. Make another perception check.
Oh, 10.
10. It's tough to, you're like looking around and you're trying to be quiet about it. It's real dark, and it looks like something's sort of skittering over in a corner. All of a sudden you see the light come on again, and you see just a swarm of rats, and the light is coming from like one of the rats' heads. It turns off again.
Okay.
Robotic rats.
What'd you say your stealth roll was?
It was like a 27. Or probably even higher. It's like a plus. I got like a 17. It's like a plus 12.
Yeah,
I got a
27.
15.
You rolled a 15.
Okay. Are you doing anything? Just every now
I'll
and then
head
the light
back.
comes on and turns back off.
I'll.
I'm looking for a midnight snack.
So like his head is glowing? Or
Yeah.
something on his head?
Well, with a
Okay.
10 perception, something around its head.
Alright, what about the room? What does the room look like? Is it like
It's just-
filled to the brim with rats?
No, it's just down like just a little turn off of a corridor. And it's not filled to the brim with rats, but there's a lot of rats.
Fireball. No.
Okay.
It's like we're eating good tonight.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
I don't want to go in there. I don't have any. I want to do spells. Alright. I'll head back, but I'll just keep an eye out on the light. And then once after Beacon Steam come out, I'll tell him that I'll tell him what I saw. And
Okay.
there's a rat that's glowing. That's turning off and on with its
Okay.
light.
So as Beak wakes up to take the third watch, you look over there where it's like talking about, and light comes on, light goes off.
I'll also tell him to keep an eye out for it.
Did you talk to them?
No.
Why not?
The rats, I don't want to talk to any rats. Disease, they have like diseases and stuff, man.
You have diseases. Beak storms off. I'll tell Sting to stay here.
Okay.
I'm gonna stealth over there.
You're gonna stealth?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna cast a ritual. Speak with animals.
Okay. While you're doing this, light comes on. Light goes off.
Okay. Then I will stealth over there.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
This is at advantage. Ooh, good thing.
Oh.
18.
Oh, I thought that was a 20.
I thought it was 22. I will sneak over there just to get a look at what's going on.
Okay. As you get close enough, you see the light comes on, light goes off. As you get a little closer, you turn the corner to where they are visible. Go ahead and make a perception check.
$15.
Light comes on. One of them looks in your direction. I need you to roll 2 wisdom saves.
$15.
And a natural 20.
Okay. You start to
Put it away.
feel something strange, and you sort of just shrug it off. And now
cast
more of the rats are turning towards you.
I say, hello, in rat. Can I help you? You look hurt.
Go ahead and make more of them turn towards you, and you can see with that perception check, you can see it's not anything on their heads. It's actually their heads are glowing and turning off.
These
Yeah,
are
as a-
animals.
As a druid, wouldn't he know something's unnatural about these animals before he tries to speak with them?
I mean,
Even a dumb druid.
they're still rats.
There's something wrong with them, though, right? Rats that have glowing heads.
Something different for sure. Go ahead and make 2 more wisdom saves.
Okay, I was trying an animal handling on that.
Okay.
I'll just roll them here. These are both +8. So 16, 18.
You start to you hear. Normally, when you talk to animals, you sort of discern their vocalizations as speech. These things turn to you, and in your mind, you can hear, "Come with us." And as you sort of you feel that same thing again, and you shrug it off.
So at this point, I know they're not normal rats.
I mean, there's something different about them, yes.
I mean, yeah, they're not natural. I'm a druid. They're not natural.
They're on the edge of natural.
Well, I don't know anything about that. So Beak is going to. I'm going to shift into a. Was it phase spider? Is that what you had that I know now?
Ice Spider Queen.
Oh, ice spider. I will. How far away from the place am I?
Probably like 60 to 100 feet ish from the tower.
Okay. I think I want to just try to move away and try to hide.
Okay.
Try to find. I'm moving back towards the tower, but try to find a shady spot to hide from them.
Okay. As you start to move away, you start to see several of them start to follow you.
Okay, I want to hide.
You gonna try to hide? Like, as an action?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. I mean, they're following you, so roll a stealth check at disadvantage because there's not really anything to hide behind other than the tower itself. So if you go all the way back to the tower, you can try to.
Okay, I was imagining myself on like in a cave here.
Yeah, it is a cave, but like they're off in a sort of little pocket. But otherwise, it's just a tunnel.
And I don't see anything else other than just a pack of rats.
I mean, it's a lot of rats, but yeah. And you hear in your head, do you have any friends? Come with us.
How many rats?
I mean, lots of rats, dozens of rats.
And they're all what area would you say they're standing in?
I mean, they're all in a pretty tight area. They're like, it's a bit odd. You've seen like this swarms of rats before, and when there's this many, they seem to like crawl all over each other and stuff. These are pretty orderly. Well, and while they're still not easy to count. They're not like rows, but they're not like swarming over each other.
Would you say there is how far are they 20 feet apart from each other, or 40 feet would cover all of them?
40 feet would definitely cover all of them.
Would 20 feet?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Erupting Earth. And I want to get it... Yeah, I just want to cover all of them. It's a 20-foot cube on those things. And they're going to make dex saves. And this basically creates... I want to put it... even if I don't get it, some of them, I want to kind of... Like, if I can, like, block the... You said they're in, like, a little gully.
Mm-hmm. If
I can block that off so that they can't get out. It's difficult terrain walking through there.
Okay.
I want to make that explode, and it's a 20-foot tall in cube area fountain of churned earth.
Okay. So they have to make dex saves?
Mm-hmm.
What's the DC?
16.
Okay. And how much damage is it?
If you missed it, 17. If you made it, 8. So I know rats. Even if they succeed, I would assume they would die from that. That work?
17 and 8, you said, were the differences?
Yeah.
Several of them are no longer moving, but there are still, the vast majority is still.
Okay,
Still
that's churning and stuff. Can I use it as a distraction? A rock bumbling around and try to use that as a distraction to hide?
I mean, you can try to hide in the cavern. Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a stealth check. Like you're gonna like try to hide on the ceiling or something?
No, I just want to. 22 is my roll there.
Okay.
I just want to use that rock churning and all that happening to like give me some cover so that I can hide.
Okay. What are you gonna hide behind? You're not a spider anymore, right? Or did you never turn into a spider?
I never was a spider.
Okay. Okay. So as Beak, you could probably find another little inlet you could hide in.
Okay.
With them being distracted. And you said a 22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. You start to see lots and lots of lights getting brighter and brighter. And they start coming out into the corridor slowly because they gotta walk around all this stuff. And they start going towards the tower right past you. Don't seem to notice you.
They go into the tower?
Yep.
How long has gone by since we started resting?
Does Sting see them?
This would be 6 hours, I think.
So we get a short rest.
Yeah, you got a short rest. Sting, Sting sees lights. Yeah, he sees lights coming.
Okay. If he sees these rats, whatever, coming towards the tower, he wants to bang on the wall, on the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you in.
I still don't think he can fit in there, but he's waking you up.
There's a big pincer knocking on the door. Maybe he uses his tail to knock.
Tap, tap, tap,
He
tap,
can squeeze in
You
there.
just see the stinger come through the door.
tap. Here's Stingy.
I think if everyone went to the top floor and he squeezed in, he could.
Okay.
Sting says, "Something's coming." Oh no, that's not my accent. What's my
That was mob.
Oh.
Hey, something's coming.
It's
eh?
like a.
Forget about it.
Something's coming there.
Coming.
He's a New Yorker. New York mobster, apparently. So
Something coming down the road there.
Sting sees all these lights coming down the hallway, and he's knocking on the door. You guys trying to waking up?
Yeah, we'll wake up.
Yep.
Okay. So you answer the door. There's a scorpion. He says something's coming in a New Yorker accent.
I'll look around him and see what I see.
Like you do.
You just see lights. I mean, make a perception check. See what you can discern.
Alright.
Yeah,
Is it the same lights that I saw?
Yeah.
I would just tell him.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, lots of little lights.
Sting's in the way.
Your vision is still a little blurred from having woken up.
Alright, I'll tell him that we have rats coming that their heads, embedded in their heads, is glowing lights.
Ouch.
And it's
Ouch.
on and off. It's not.
The
It's
process
not.
of getting a light embedded into your head must have hurt.
Ah, yes. LEDs are really small though these days.
But it's a rat.
Their heads are really small. So yeah, you see the lights coming down. Sting standing at the door. They're still coming.
Alright, I get out my
I'll rush out there.
my sword.
Okay.
I'll get out my sword and I'll activate it.
I'm gonna run straight at him, and once I get within 5 feet, I'll smash my hands together and then cast Burning Hands.
Okay.
I'll pop out and start fighting once I see all the action popping in.
Okay. Yeah. So. So Burning Hands is a dex save?
Yep.
Okay. It's a fail. It's a fail. That's
He's got a lot of deck save.
lots of fails. What's the DC?
17.
All right. What's the damage?
I'm gonna cast it. I'm gonna use 5 key points. Cast it at 5th level.
Okay.
I think that's right. Hang on. Sorry. There's 3. $17 fire damage. And halved if they save.
Alright, so a bunch of the rats are like burned. There's still there's still a lot left. Are you doing something, Beak, as you see that?
Yeah, I see David's sword and I see the burning hands. I'll run out and start. I will turn into a one of those spiders.
Okay.
Start chewing.
All right. What do they take some stuff takes damage if you're standing next to it at the beginning of their turn. What's the damage on it?
if you're in 5 feet of me, you take 2d4 cold damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll that cold damage for me. And there's no save against that, right? It's just they take it.
Yeah, just being next to me.
Okay.
5.
So, with that and like the other AOE stuff you
I'll
guys
also-
got going.
Awesome, hit it with a with a web.
Okay. With the
And
other
I
AOE
see
stuff you
one.
guys have got going, there's like 1 or 2 rats left and they are running away at this point.
I'm gonna kill him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah,
you chase
I'll
after
throw
them
a
and try
couple.
to... Yeah,
Thunderbolt.
yeah, I'll just give it to you. Like, if you chase after them, they're not hard to hit at this point with just the 2 rats left. And you've
Can I
killed...
take a shot at one of them?
You've killed all... Sure. Go ahead. Yes, you
Almost
hit
a
one
crit.
right in the head. And it dies. But now all these rats are dead.
Nice.
All the lights are out.
Are they still? Are they okay? So they're not glowing.
Nope.
I want to go and
Interesting.
I'll shift out of spider form, and I want to I'm not much of a nature guy, but I'm gonna go check these things out. Oh,
Okay.
can I medicine them?
I'll come with him.
I'll go check out one of the things,
Okay.
whatever they are.
You can choose to make a nature, history, or arcana check. And then depending on what you do, you might get different information about it.
Can I do a history check?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I get away with a medicine check?
Yeah, you can make a medicine check. That'll give you different information, but yeah.
16 history.
I'll do a nature check.
23 medicine.
Okay.
All right, a 1 nature.
Clearly it comes up, those things are rats, man.
That's a glowing rat right there.
So Beak's looking at them, and some of them are like heavily scorched and sort of bodies are broken and flesh is gone. Start looking at some of them, their brains, like one of them, the skull's cracked open a little bit, and the brain is like much bigger than a rat should be. And with you saying that, Seraph, history check. These, you've heard of them, but you've never seen them. You think these were cranium rats, which are well, yeah, you can just tie enough. Sometimes used as sort of messengers for Mindflayers.
Oh no,
Hey,
this isn't good.
they'll be fine.
Can I go bring one in?
What
I
all
wanna
before I
dissect
say
it.
that, what all do I know about mind flayers? Can I roll a
Uh,
history check about that?
sure, you can re-roll it.
Be better. It's a little bit. 18.
Yeah, you know that they they harvest like brain energy from creatures, and that's how they sustain themselves. And they also can sometimes imbue small creatures like swarms of rats with psionic abilities that they then can go out. They usually don't stray too far from the mind flayer like house, their like hole up, and they sort of can go around and try to influence things to come back to the lair so that the mind flayers can eat it.
Can I roll a kind of like a history check on the mind flayers too?
Sure.
From what I've read about mind flayers, do I know, are they usually like here on the material plane in this area?
With an 18, I'm not sure. Like maybe occasionally, but
Want me to
I mean,
make a history check?
never seen them either way. You just read books about them, so you don't really know.
I got a
You
9.
just thought it was interesting and had this happen to ring a bell when he said the brains were large.
All I did was read the back of the book. I didn't flip into it.
Got the Cliff's notes.
There's a history.
That's my history.
Yeah, having jogged the memory of Galahad.
They said
Yeah.
Mindflayers, and I was like, what? Mindflayers?
I hate Mindflayers.
I hate Mindflayers.
Yeah, you've never seen them.
My
But
best
you've read
friend in
about
college was a mind flayer.
them. You've read about them, and they're like, because you've never seen them and you've never met anyone who's seen them, you figure they're pretty rare, or at least secluded.
Because he's read about him, that means we've all read about him if we've read the books in the
In the tower.
house, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, maybe, but none of you have ever role-played reading any of the books in there.
Just full of my memories. Don't read that one.
Don't read that one. That one's behind some, like, saloon doors.
Yeah.
Don't go in there section.
That's the restricted section.
That,
You have to use
that
a
Black
cloak of
Mirror
invisibility to
episode.
get those.
you can like replay your memories.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's what your little house is.
Yeah, just a store of all my memories in book form.
10th
The
birthday
worst thing.
party. What's this one about?
Yeah. Whoop. Was this good? Read through it. Oh no.
This one was so sad.
Well, here's our options, boys. We go give the old 1-2 punch to a mind flayer, or we become its best friend and it helps us out.
Well, we
I
need to
think
finish up the rest first.
I think we
and then
finish our rest for the night.
Yeah.
Can we make this decision in the morning?
Where are the rats? Where'd they go?
They're all dead, strewn across the tunnel floor.
Oh, okay, cool. Can
They're
I use them as
supposed
light
to
bulbs
be.
now?
All their lights are off.
Oh.
Cleaver wants to he would like to dissect one.
Uh-oh.
I'll get out like
I'm
a
gonna
little,
go back to sleep
little
while he does
dagger.
that.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
more.
I'll go back resting.
Make a medicine check if you're going to try to dissect one.
Nope. That's like
Just-
a -1.
Stab it through the middle. Looks like meat.
Alright, I
You
guess
can eat
after that I'll just go to sleep.
I think we'll snack on them.
Okay.
Nice appetizers.
I'll toss it over there for him.
All right.
I'll finish up
Alright.
my watch.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing else of note for the evening. You guys complete a long rest. Someone was supposed to fail a wisdom save that didn't. So.
I got a +8. You can't make me fail my wisdom saves.
Yeah,
He's so wise.
I really
One
wanted
thing
it
I
to be
got.
Cleroy, because I was like, oh, he might fail it, but then he's like stealth super high, and I couldn't see him. I was like, you don't want to stealth over there, just go look. Just go have a look.
He's being a smart rogue.
Alright, yeah, so you guys complete a long rest. Rats mostly eaten by Sting in the morning. There are still
He's
a
starting to
few.
get a bit of a belly on him. He just ate a person just the other day.
It's like, stop making me eat things, you guys.
Here, Sting, eat this.
Sting will eat anything.
He's just our walking garbage disposal. We murder someone, we're like, Sting, take care of this. He's our cleanup detail.
Give me a
We
minute.
pay him in
My
those.
stomach's
We pay him in those special coins from John Wick. We're like, here you go. Comes up, eats the guy. Just like what's her name from Tiger King, right? Killed that guy.
Daniel
with-
Carol
Baskins.
Baskin.
Carol Baskins.
Alright, so you guys wake up. What would you like to do?
I suppose we're now on a tunnel vacation to kill a mind flayer.
We want to go
We
after
gotta
the
find
mind
this guy's
flayer or
wife.
just leave it?
Oh yeah, we just gotta find his wife. Yeah, we don't need to kill that mind flayer.
We don't need to go out of our way. Let's go. Just keep following that guy.
Yeah. Oh, we need to wait. That's not the only thing we're in here for, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh. What was he helping us with?
Well, I mean, we already got what we wanted. We're just being
Yeah.
nice.
Oh.
Being good people.
Okay, we just need to collect some of her bones or something, right? So that we can bring her back.
So as you guys are talking about this, he pipes in and says, what if my wife was taken by the mind flayers?
Well, I suppose
Then
we'd
your
have to
wife
kill a
is
mind
dead.
flayer.
Does he?
I hope not.
You
Sting,
guys will have to kill
do
a
you
mind
know what a
flayer.
mind flayer is? Does Sting know what a mind flayer is? He lives in the Underdark.
Between
They hang out down here. That's where we're at, right?
yeah, have him
I know,
make have him make a history check at disadvantage because
I guess
he
we're
doesn't
not
read
in the
books.
Underdark. We're in.
Are we close to the area that she was killed at?
Well, he doesn't. He says, I don't know. I just know that she never came back.
Oh.
So where are we going?
Yeah,
He was
I
going to
thought
take you
knew where
through
she
all the
was.
way to where it ends, and hope to
Okay.
find her somewhere.
Well, I guess we can go see what the mind flayers
Sting
know.
thinks this is a terrible plan.
What does he roll on his history check?
2.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
No, is that intelligence? He rolled a -3.
Oh. Well, he's got a 10 intelligence.
Oh yeah. Keep forgetting.
I keep forgetting. So yeah, he's with a 2. He's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything called a mind flayer. All right, so what are you guys doing?
Start.
we're gonna
I'll go back to where
continue
those
on.
rats were and see what I can find. I guess. See where the tracks lead or something.
Make a survival check.
Is that the direction we're going?
Yeah. Yeah, they were beyond that the crystal behemoth thing.
I see him searching for tracks, and I'll go help him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Eesh. His is better.
Sarah's looking through and he's like, I don't see like there's so many rat tracks that I can't see where any of them are going from, and Beak comes up and he just points.
I give him a bit of a lesson. See? Footprint. Look, footprint. And I show him the next footprint. I
I'll
call
follow
out
you,
for every
Beak.
single one of them.
Melmor
with
will
that-
take the lead as far as he'll be up front.
With that roll,
anything
you can follow
other
the
than
footprints as
rats?
far as you like.
Whose footprints am I following?
The rat swarms.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay. Are you guys going slowly or quickly, quietly, loudly?
Go quietly.
Okay. Go ahead and make
That's my vote.
group stealth checks if you're doing that.
A group stealth check. Whoa. I'm not a stealthy gnome.
Holy cow, you guys. Who has
I got
it?
a
Someone has
17.
advantage on him, isn't it? Is it Beak?
That's me. Yeah, ignore my 4.
Okay.
My 9 is actually 17.
16 for Cleor.
This time I got screwed by D&D.
21
Beyond. It
for
was a
Sheriff
19 in
and
there.
16 for Creed.
I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out how to roll with disadvantage, but I can't figure out how to do that. And
You
I don't
click
know if there's a way.
disadvantage.
I just have to.
Alright,
hit
I'm just gonna roll
twice.
twice.
Oof.
What?
18
Melmor
or
coming
20.
in clutch.
Melmor out stealthing a rogue with his plate armor on.
I feel like an
Yes.
18.
These dice are rigged.
Rigged, I tell you.
We're in a cavern. We're in Melmor's hometown.
That's true. It's like I know about rocks.
I know about rocks too. And you,
I know
you
about
smash
rocks.
'em.
I'm a rock specialist.
You smash them, and then you create tools out of them.
I know about caverns.
Huh?
Okay, so you guys are
Understand.
following these tracks until they come into a narrow, like little slot that you guys can sort of fit through one at a time.
I'll go
Hey,
first.
Leroy, you want to check it out?
Sneak in there.
Alright, I'll go ahead and
Cool.
scout ahead.
Okay.
Sneak it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep using. We're gonna use your previous stealth rolls, so you just sneak in there. As you sneak in, it sort of opens up, and there's a little bit more to go. Nothing. You don't make a perception check, or a perception or survival if you're gonna try to continue following tracks, or if you just want to look around, then perception.
I will do perception.
It's dark.
It's rigged. These dice are rigged.
It's pretty dark. It's pretty dark in there. but it does widen out again. What are you doing, Clearway?
Leroy?
I have dark vision.
Yeah. You just
So
rolled poorly on your perception check. That's all. It doesn't
I
give you
guess
a
I'll do
plus
it.
anything. It just allows you to see.
I guess I'll do a history check or
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, you can't. I mean, you've walked in here, looked around. You don't really see anything.
Alright, well I just go back and say, dark room in there, nothing in there.
Dark room in there, nothing in there.
You see tracks?
Alright.
No.
Did you
for
look?
Tracks.
I sort of just peeked my head and looked around, and I saw nothing.
I see nothing.
I'll head in.
Okay. You make it through there. Dark in there.
I'll follow.
Again, I'll check. I'll just keep looking for the
The
tracks.
Okay, make a survival check.
Actually, when I come in here, I'm gonna look around the room, make sure nothing's in here.
Okay.
I'll follow him. I'll follow him through right after.
All right.
Yikes.
I'm following too.
13.
If you didn't hear me.
Okay.
And when I get to the other side, I'm gonna cast light, my shield,
All right.
to light up the room. 20-foot radius, anyways. See if there's anything we're missing. Allow him to easily see the tracks, maybe.
Okay. So you get through it. It does sort of widen out, and then it looks to curve around a little, and then go down a little bit further.
Continue.
Okay.
I'll help with tracks also.
You guys are all slow. Is everyone coming through the narrow
Can
part?
Sting make it?
Yeah, I suppose.
I'll say Sting can like turn sort of sideways and squeeze if you want him to, but it's not easy.
We're all going in, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys keep on cruising. As you walk around another corner, you hear. Who's in? What's the marching order first?
I was going in first.
Okay.
I'd be right behind.
I would be
Right.
third. I'll be in the middle.
I'll be in the middle, I guess. Actually, I'll probably be in the back with Sting because they people came through last.
Okay. So as you're walking up there, you turn one last corner and you hear, "It's so rare to get food that comes to us." And as you turn that last corner, you can see two humanoid figures with like big, like heads and sort of tentacly mouths.
Tentacly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Alright,
Fireball.
I'm gonna. So I see him. We all see him, right?
Well, Seraph would be the first one in, so hold on just a second. Let me get.
Do I at least hear him?
Yeah, everyone can hear that. What's
Alright,
marching order? So
If
Seraph was
I
first.
would have heard that, if I could do anything, I would bamp my wings out.
Because you guys did not quite roll high enough stealth, there you won't get a surprise action.
Who's keeping us down with stealth?
It wasn't me.
Oddly enough, the rogue.
Was that me?
Wasn't the dwarven plate.
Five,
Just saying.
What'd you get, David?
I got a
What are we
4.
rolling? Initiative?
Oh, you rolled a 4. What's your plus, though? You're plus like 12, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a plus 12.
Yep.
You're
You rolled
16.
decently, but they have really good perception, and they rolled decently as well. I think that's everyone.
Can't stop getting anything above a 10.
There is. I'm assuming Sting would have been the last.
I'm back there with him.
So it's
I'll
sort
have to
of-
be right back, guys.
adjust yourselves how you would be behind Seraph. Seraph is right here. And that's where you turn the corner and see these dudes over here.
Can I have access to Steam?
I'd be really close to him. I'd be right up next to him.
Again, Creed's in the back with his new buddy.
Okay.
I thought Mindflayers were like 20th level encounters. I don't know, they changed them. Was it 4th edition when they made them a lot weaker?
Maybe they are. Maybe it's our time to die.
Time to die.
They were sort of like that was always the final level guys. Aliens. Or something. No Mindflayers in the game either?
Nope. Unfortunately, I was looking forward to having an actual Mindflayer mini, but nope. No Mindflayer minis. Alrighty. Okay. Go ahead and do initiative. So yeah, go ahead and roll initiative. Let me get that open. There we go. Let's pop over to combat.
22 for Clearwater.
18 for Seraph.
23 for Beak. Ooh,
15 for
21
No.
for Creed.
Scorpion.
Of 4. Awesome.
So who was top? Is that Nook? So
I
Beak,
think so. 23.
23.
I got, like, what was it?
And then I think Cleroy was
20.
after
I got
that.
22.
Who was after
Stings.
Cleroy?
Sting's
Seraph,
21.
I think 18. Oh,
Seraph's
Yeah,
21?
Sting.
Or, I mean,
Sting
Sting was 21?
Yep.
And Seraph was 18?
I go P Wadens.
Okay.
Oh, I think who among us can fight without making sounds?
And what was Creed?
15.
And then Melmore was there, and we'll wait and see where Galahad ends up when he gets back. All right.
So, Sarah, when you attack, do you have to like, do you have verbal commands that you have to say or do?
Nope.
When you're to fighting.
No.
And Cleroy only has a verbal for his flame tongue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would it be possible to dispel magic on my sword?
Items can't really be dispelled, only spell effects. So if it was a spell on your sword, like if it was a holy weapon on it, it could be dispelled. But the flame tongue part of it is not a spell, that's enchanted.
Nice.
There are some things that make it like go away. Like if you were to enter an anti-magic field, then the magic part of it wouldn't work until you left that. But you can't like cast dispel and have it go away.
Alright.
Let's see.
Maybe next time I can get something magical for my bow, so where I have infinity arrows. Have arrows teleport back.
Arrows, please.
I just have arrows that just teleport back.
I thought Creed might be able to join us, but it seems like he may not tonight. Let's see.
We're gonna fight a couple level 20 Mindflayers without all of our party.
I mean, he's still there. The character's still there. He's just gonna Eldritch Blast. Try to look for. Pants. Okay, well, let's take a quick break.
What are you eating over here, Father?
Bathroom/water.
Bread.
And
There's
we'll
one
be
more in there.
right back.
Okay.
So, be right back.
I already took my break.
Now you can eat during your break. Be right back. Alright. So... Creed is inbound, so a couple minutes. Go ahead and roll initiative on Galahad, and then whenever Creed gets here, we will start combat. But we can hang out for a moment while we wait. What do you guys think of
13.
the living? What'd you get?
13.
13. I think that was in between. Oops, I lost my thing. So I was right ahead of that. Okay. Galahad. Like that. Man, you guys' initiative was better than mine. What do you guys think of the living shard?
It was
I didn't like it. It was my Achilles heel.
None of you guys, you didn't cast enough spells at it. That was going to be the fun part.
well, you know, it was mostly just a thunderstorm of children, and I showed up to cast a spell every now and then.
That thing only absorbed direct spells.
Yeah,
and
so
because, like,
the way it worked was anytime it took any kind of spell damage, then its modifier on damage, on its melee damage, went up by 1. That's why at the beginning it was only 1d12 plus 1, and then by the end of it I think it was 1d12 plus like 10. But
Did you made it?
yeah, I made it.
Did you like just take a different monster and just switch a couple things around, or did you like make up all the stat block?
I mean I made the whole stat block. I started out with a roper just so I would have like where the things go, like where actions go and where all that starts. But yeah, so it got stronger as it took damage, and then any direct damage spell that it took, it would then, as when it hits 10% or when it dies, it would randomly shoot back out.
you wouldn't let me banish it.
It got super lucky. Its charisma was terrible. It just rolled really well.
And like, it's not like it's a small charisma save. It's like 17. And
Yeah,
you're
it
like,
rolled, I
save-
think it rolled a 19 twice, or yeah, 18. I don't know. It was really high.
Here's the question: is it from another plane of existence?
Well, you don't know, do you?
If you banish something from another plane of existence after a full minute, it doesn't come back.
Yes. That is how banish works.
Actually, I just read that.
So apparently in this game they got rid of arrow keys moving. You can't move with the arrow keys without your turn. Not when it's not your turn.
Can't move anything when it's not your turn.
Ding.
Is he here?
Well, usually you could have used. Well, usually you could have done the arrow keys and you could move around, but they changed that.
There was probably a bug.
Creed is here. Hello.
Oh, sorry everyone.
It's all good. Your initiative's already been rolled because we were going to start this, and then things happened.
You
And
moved
now
your
we're going to start
camera.
now.
Yeah.
New background. All new
All
background.
better.
Aw.
So, long story short, you guys are fighting some Mindflayers.
Oh, I've heard those
Wait,
are
so-
bad.
I thought we were only fighting one.
They flay mines, that's for sure. We're gonna wait. We ended the stream and we're gonna start it back up.
No, we never. I never ended it. It was just a break.
Oh,
Yeah, we
I
just
heard
took
a
break.
plural to that mind flare. I'm not a big fan of that.
So, yeah, Seraph
Don't worry,
turns the
we'll shoot
corner,
him to death.
and you guys all hear them say it's rare that food comes to us.
blah blah blah. Yes, yes, yes. I say. Well, I don't say anything.
And
I'm not even
then-
around the corner yet.
You all hear that, but only some of you can actually see anything in here. Beak, you are up first.
I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just the two?
That's all you can see.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in. I'm gonna put like who's bubble?
Figured it-
Get your
I
bubble.
figured out how to do it.
Bummers!
Push him.
Victory.
So to there, so that line's gonna be my dividing line. I'm gonna put an insect plague. A bunch of
All right.
swarming, biting locusts fill that 20-foot radius sphere.
Okay. Let's
Locust.
save.
Each creature makes a con save.
So this is 16 and a 9.
Oh, that's the worst. You take 9 damage. 9 damage on my 5th level spell. 9 damage. Or half.
Like
if you
liches.
succeeded.
I'm not immersed.
Isn't
me
that a
neither.
persistent spell, though, Michael?
Huh?
Isn't that a persistent spell? Like each turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't go in there. Beak says, don't go in there. Bugs. They bite.
What if I? Okay. Well. Oh, okay.
It's on.
Yes, you'll probably burn all his bugs to the
So
ground.
16 was the highest. They both failed that, right?
Yeah.
And it's 9 points of damage to each.
Yeah. There's my line. So behind that line is bugs. In front there is not bugs.
All right, is that your turn?
That's it.
All right, Cleroy.
Oh, wait. Bonus action. I want to shift into a. I'll do a turtle again. I like that guy.
Fine.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
What a guy that turtle is.
Yeah.
Ah, it's looking right at me.
Oh god.
He like pops up and goes, "Hey," and I'm like,
He says cowabunga. Get it right.
I thought it was. I was thinking like the sea turtle from Finding
From Nemo.
Does he look
Yeah.
like a sea turtle? I guess he kind of does.
Cleroy,
Yeah,
you're
a
up.
little bit. He looks like a sea
All
turtle
right.
with one big tooth
I'm
in
gonna
front.
pop around the corner. Alright, now he's in seeing distance and he's gonna whip out his bow and arrow. And he's gonna shoot
Whoa.
one.
All right, which one?
Are they obscured by bugs?
The guy that I just shot. Him.
Okay.
No obscuring.
Natural 20.
"Oh, natural
Natural
20! That's
20.
double that sneak attack! Yeah!" There we go, Cleroy.
Actually,
He's assassinating. He gets it.
he does not get a sneak attack. Or wait, no, he does because he would roll with advantage on the first
Yeah.
strike. So yeah.
Ha, ha, ha. Finally, something good.
Those bugs go around corners, by the way. So if there's any sort of like funny rock things in there,
Okay.
anything in that 20-foot radius.
All right. Those bugs know how to corner.
Okay. Not as high as I was hoping for, so that's
Well,
a
roll
uh,
another
Gotta
d6
roll another
because it's a crit.
We take
So
a
Alright.
6 plus
so
whatever.
it's like 6 plus 4.
10.
So it's like 10. Alright. and
then
after I get my sneak attack- Ooh,
and roll
20.
it again.
That's 30 right now.
Roll it again because of the crit.
another
46.
60. Oh my god.
36. Jeez. That guy doesn't like you. So that's your action.
And then he's gonna- I just moved 30 feet, so I can't disengage.
46 damage on one attack. That's what I'm talking about.
Stupid bros.
I guess I can't do anything since I moved.
You have a bonus action, right? So you could light
Well,
up
I
your
can't.
sword.
I don't want to light up my sword though.
All right.
Oh, that's difficult terrain in that area also.
Okay. All right. So you're done.
If I light up my sword, would it? If I light up my sword and will I have to hold it?
Well, yeah.
Can I shoot while I'm holding my sword?
No.
Okay, no, I just won't. Then I won't
Okay.
light it up.
All right. Sting.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's gonna run up here next to me. He's gonna clank his pincer on my back. He's gonna give me a motivational speech. You can say they're sorry excuses for spider lizards, aren't they? I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna say, "Yep."
What is happening right now? Seraph.
I'm gonna bamf out my wings.
Okay.
My action. Then bonus action, I'll activate the tattoo.
All right.
And then I'm gonna move. I'm gonna fly. How high up's the ceiling?
This ceiling is not as high. It's like 10, 15 feet.
Okay,
Between
I'll just like hover off the ground so my feet aren't planted.
Okay.
And I will move. Sorry. I'm gonna go here.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Creed.
Can you let me in, sir?
Oh.
Can you let me in?
Yeah, it's just hit me with waiting on GM. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, let's see what we're working with here. These two guys, right?
Yeah, baddies are those two guys.
And then which one got freaking crit up?
You're not sure. You couldn't see it.
I'm not sure. Okay, cool. Alright.
Well, one should have an arrow sticking out of his chest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's
60 points of
one.
damage or whatever.
I mean, when you turn the corner, you'll be able to see one of them does not look as healthy as the other.
2, 3,
And that's this
4,
one.
5.
So as you turn the
6.
corner, this one looks a bit hobbled.
Okay, well, good, because I barely made it with my move speed to be able to see him. Okay, cool. I guess let me ask, how many, did we rest before this? Did we short
Yeah,
rest?
you have
Or-
all your stuff. You're all good.
Full
Okay.
rested. You got everything.
Alright, if that's the case then, I am going to, for my bonus action, I am going to, hang on one sec, let me read through this, just double check. Okay, I'm gonna cast Hex on it.
Okay.
And then it also says the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. Remind me how that works again?
So you can say strength, int, wisdom, con, whatever, one of those core things, and then if they make an ability check, like if they have to get out of a grapple with a strength or agility, if they choose agility and you choose agility, they'll get disadvantage.
Okay, I'll say intelligence.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'm gonna cast as my action Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Alright, cool. Yoink. Boink, boink, boink.
22 hits.
And then let's do damage. Oh, always allow. Okay, that's why it's doing that. 7. And then
Plus your, I think it's a D6.
Yeah,
for
it's a
your
D6
hex.
for that hex.
yeah, that was right. There we go. Boink. So 11.
Okay, 11 total.
Yeah, 7 for the previous one, right?
He is not looking good.
All right. Well, the second blast is coming in. So
Rogue.
Natural 20!
Rogue walks in and destroys him almost in one opening arrow.
All right, then how do I roll
So
this
just-
with the 20?
Just roll the dice twice. So 2 D10s and then 2 D6s and then add your 5.
So there's 1 for 7.
Pick up the dice and drop it again, and it rolls it again.
Oh, I'm just like continuously adding more.
11, so that's 16 so far.
Yeah, that one rolled a 2. It was bad anyway.
And then roll 2 D6.
Oh, okay. Yoink. 3.
Oof. Rough, but it was enough. And that guy slumps to the floor and is dead.
Wow, I was expecting to die here.
He did just get like molested. Like, he just got
One
wrecked.
arrow almost killed him.
That's the end of my turn, by the way.
All right, Galahad.
I am going to. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna do magic missile at 4th level.
Very well.
I need some guaranteed hits here, and I don't want to kill all his bugs. Or are the bugs gone?
Bugs are still there.
They're there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to burn all the bugs, so. Yeah. So, should be 6 of these total. There's 1.
Nice.
So there's 5.
There's 2.
9.
Here's 3.
Rolling above average here.
Here's 4.
Nice.
Jesus.
There we go.
Hit him
Here's
with another
5.
4.
Nope.
Ah,
Finally.
A
Here's
regression to the mean.
yeah.
Oh, no, it went back up.
Yeah, boy.
That's a pretty good damage. How much is that total?
That was 10, 18, still a 24.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That is pretty good.
24 free damage, baby.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
No, wait, where are you? You're way back here. Can you even get there to see them?
I wasn't meant to be back there. I was supposed to be like right here. Yeah, I thought about that right as I did that, and I was like, I gotta walk forward first. So I walked it there and then do it.
Okay. Alright, is that your turn?
Yeah. I'd say the only reason I wasn't moved up is because I was outside.
Remember, you're a gnome. You only have 25 feet of movement, too.
Yeah, but 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Bingo.
Alright,
How do you spin it like that?
hold Alt.
Grab your guy, hit Alt, and then you can.
He, what's he gonna do? What's the,
It's
where's the insects?
They're 1 square in front of him.
I mean, where's the whole, can I see the whole effect?
Let's see. It's back. Double that.
Well, you put him, like, back here, right?
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Well, it was over 1 more square, I think. To that one there, yeah.
Okay. And it's difficult terrain in there?
Yep. So it goes out to, I mean, it's weird. But, like, this line here. That's my line. 40 feet, so it's pretty big. So I think it goes, pretty much covers, yeah, it covers this whole side back here. But this is the front line.
Okay. I'm gonna use the...
It's also like,
I'm not
it's
gonna use
also lightly
spheres in here since we have the ability to use spheres, and like it can go either way. So we're gonna use spheres if it's a spherical thing. If it is it a cube or a sphere?
sphere.
Okay. So he'll have 25.
It's also lightly obscured if you care about wisdom, if you're trying to spot something. Yeah,
Okay, man, he is
perception checks.
he is going to take. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to try to get just even a little bit of anything, but that's as far as he can get. He's going to look at that guy who just almost one-shotted his friend and say, "Help me
Guy
kill
hiding
them
out.
all."
The guy behind the scorpion?
Yep.
Sting, by the way, stand up doing this.
Leroy, make a wisdom saving throw.
Can I cast Counterspell?
Is it?
You can. Let me see what.
Is it a charm?
It is a charm, and then go ahead. If you're gonna make a counterspell, roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
He does do it, cast it at level 5, because that's
Yep.
what he has to.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
I thought about
When
that.
you
I had
cast-
to check the level of the spell.
Okay, so
So roll d20 and add your charisma modifier.
there's that, and then charisma.
Ooh, yeah, that's big time.
So he reaches out his hand towards Leroy and says, "Help me kill them all." And you immediately just counterspell it. An 8th level spell.
Yeah. Dang, 8th level.
And
Uh-oh.
he just looks around like, oh, jeez. And now it's Melmore's turn.
Double.
No more. Or I'm
Sorry,
gonna
I think
cast
these
silence.
those rats are tougher than these illithids.
I'm gonna cast silence, and it's gonna be 20 feet. Pretty much like almost right to the edge of where the scorpion is.
Okay, so 20 feet from...
This is the circle, right here.
So you're at 22 feet, so 20 feet would be...
Okay, well, 20, like right there.
Okay. Alright. So everything in there is silenced?
Silence.
Alright.
20. And... that's all I'm gonna do.
Alright. Beak.
Okay, I'm gonna walk on up.
So
Sure.
keep in mind, casters, that this area is silenced.
You see the turtle go
We
clop,
do it.
clop, clop, clop. Then silently, the last few feet, as no sound escapes the bubble.
Will you mark the silence again for me? Sorry, I was reading spell shows.
Basically, I was trying to. I yelled that out to everybody when I
okay.
cast it, so they know that it's
Super
There's a
quiet
silence.
over here, guys.
And you guys
Like
see this
that.
turtle. It's like a...
Oh, natural 20!
Oh my gosh.
Ah, look at all those ones! I chomp him for 22 damage.
22. Jeez. Alright.
So pretty good.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Cleroy.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him again.
Alright.
This combat might run over, guys.
Oh, no,
Destroy
not
the
20.
first guy in one round.
What is that?
Plus another, so that's a 16.
16 hits. That's
Ah,
what's-
nice.
So you get sneak attack because there's a turtle engaged with him.
Alright.
This is what you get for thinking it's gonna be a hard fight. You never assume it's gonna be a hard fight.
Their initiative was terrible. You guys almost all went before them.
Alright. 9 damage for the
Okay,
arrow.
go ahead and roll
then the
sneak attack.
Elmer tried to help with that. He rolled a 4.
So 9, it's like 20. Yeah, that's enough.
So that's another.
He
16.
collapses to the ground, unmoving.
We're like, man,
Man,
Mindflayers
I
are
didn't
all
even have to
pushovers.
punch anything.
You hear him loose the arrow, and then it goes, and you see it impact, but no sound comes out, and
No
he just
sound.
crumples, and it's like watching a silent film.
I give the rogue a thumbs up.
A turtle thumbs up.
Yep.
As soon
Well,
as he
easy fight,
as soon as
guys.
that dies, Melmore casts Detect Magic
will
and
dismiss my bugs.
starts walking around the room looking for any magical items that might be left behind.
Okay. And nothing.
Yeah, I'm
in
gonna
the-
fly
in the room. Nothing's going.
straight back. I'll go to the back.
We'll keep. Well, I mean, he's gonna walk around everywhere he can walk back here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nothing magical going. Go ahead and make an investigation check if you're looking around.
I'll
Hope
make
your
an
turtle's lost
investigation
forever.
check.
I will do the same with
Let me
guidance.
investigate
Ooh,
this.
there we go.
room.
19. Investigation.
You do find that.
Ooh, I will put the glasses on while I'm investigating, so
Okay.
in case.
Huh.
I'm gonna take a look at the Mindflayers real quick.
And my other one's better. 19.
Doesn't want to let me roll.
The Mindflayers each have a breastplate on that you could take, but otherwise it's just their clothing.
Oh, there's my
They have a
investigation.
breastplate? Ooh.
21.
Will I get disadvantage with? Is it?
I don't think rogues
Do I
are
get-
proficient with that heavy or medium armor. I think you're only proficient with light, which means you would get some disadvantages.
Negative. Is
No, I can have medium armor.
Is breastplate medium or is it heavy? I don't think rogues wear
Half plate.
breastplates. I think you get disadvantage maybe with stealth. I don't remember what the deal is with breastplate.
Is there a big pile of bones back there?
Breastplate is medium.
So yeah, you guys turn the corner. There's a big pile of bones, and with all your investigation checks, it's plenty. There are 4 humans or humanoid skulls and lots of smaller animal type stuff. Digging through there, you find a few belongings, some trinkets, and you do find one pendant, which Leandrin recognizes.
Wait, is it next to a skull? Do we need to, like... Now we don't know which skull is hers?
It was all pretty jumbled to begin with, so...
Could I,
Well, there's only
Could I
4
use-
humanoid skulls, right?
Yeah, only 4.
Could do like a medicine check to see which one's female.
Or which one's elf?
or
Maybe.
could I speak with the dead with any of them?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Speak with Dead, all you need's a skull, right? So, yeah.
To
Yeah,
a
lots of
corpse
skulls.
of your choice within range, allowing...
Well, there's only 4 humanoid skulls, so it should be
the
10
corpse
to
must
figure
still have a mouth and can't be undead.
Well, they're not undead, and it does have a mouth.
Yeah, it does have a mouth.
You got a pretty mouth.
You got a pretty
Is
mouth
that
to your skull.
is that a ritual? You can ritually cast that? Because I think you're out of spell slots.
It says at will?
Can't wait.
Is it one of my,
of the 4 are elf?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
If it says
Uh,
at
that's
will,
fine.
that means you can cast it whenever.
Yeah, if it's
I
from
think
your
it's from my
Eldritch
Eldritch
Invocation,
because-
and it says
yeah.
without expending a spell slot, then yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, I can.
Also,
Besides, I
David,
could use
you're
my
only
rod if
light
I need
armor
to.
unless you have something else.
Don't clerics have something?
Oh, am
like
I
that?
on the I thought I was also proficient in.
Unless you pick something up later on, rogues are only light armor.
Something saying how they're medium and light, but alright.
So yeah, if you're going to talk to them, you can do that. If you're going to try to make medicine checks,
Let's just talk to him. That seems like a way easier option if he can
Yeah.
just do that as much as he wants.
You can't talk to all 4 of them though. It's gonna be a different ritual for each one, right?
well,
Well,
I think
I
it's,
guess that will.
with his Eldritch Invocation, I think that he just gets to cast it. I believe.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a medicine of 20.
Here's the thing. I have
they
the
all
spell
look elven.
prepared.
With your medicine check
Actually-
there.
I actually have
Are they
Speak
all
with Dead
female
prepared.
or?
Can I
don't
help
think
him
you
talk?
can tell gender from a skull.
Can
Yeah, I think it's
I,
usually the rest of the skeleton.
Can I help him speak with Dead? I have it. I actually have the spell prepared, so I can.
We could just
cast it.
split them up 2 and 2. I have it as an invocation, so I can cast it at will unlimitedly.
Yeah, he can
And
cast it.
unlimited.
Yeah,
Without-
without having to worry about it.
Yeah, I'm double checking, but I think that is without even taking a spell slot. What's it called? You know, the invocation.
Let me go to my.
Did...
It's called "Don't Worry About It. I Can Do It."
Oh yeah, right here.
Well, if
Speak with Dead at will without expending a spell slot. So yeah, he doesn't have to even expend a spell slot to do it. He's just like, I love talking to dead people. It's the best.
Whispers of the Grave is the name of the invocation. Okay. And we came in here with that elf to help him find his wife, right? I've
Yeah,
been.
we're gonna
yes.
find
that's
her
the-
and bring her back to
that's
life.
Yeah, that's what corpse we're looking for.
We only need
You can tell gender based on skulls. Male skulls are heavier and the bone is denser, so it's heavier.
Can
Hot
you
dang.
though? I don't know about that.
Google right there.
Dude, Anchorman taught
Maybe
us
elf
about.
skulls are all light because they're more nimble.
Yeah, these
Okay,
are
well,
elven
I'm just gonna-
skulls. These are not human skulls.
I'm gonna pick one,
Okay.
and I'm just
Your
gonna
ear
say
bones give it away.
there were 4 of them, right? Here you go, Isaac. I picked the 4th one.
And how long did you say this corpse has been dead? Or how long has it been dead?
At least a decade. Let me do this. Let's see.
How long has she been dead? This
I
one.
mean, I'm
Dunno.
just gonna
At
ask
least
all
a
of
He said, how
them.
long ago did she disappear? Oh, he said at least a decade, 10
Yeah.
years.
So one is okay.
No, I can't revive her with anything I have. I only can do 10 days.
We got 10 days. Just expand it.
I can't do 10 years.
Well, you can ask
We're
your
gonna-
god for help, and if not, we can go. We'll have to.
Yeah,
do
we
another
can-
Okay,
scroll, man.
now I have them
Right.
written down, which is. Hold on.
Oh wait, do I?
I'll say one of them is slightly smaller than the rest. I'll say that.
Alright, well, we'll start there because science.
Sorry.
And. or something. And I'm gonna ask all of them anyway, so we'll just start with that. I cast.
So you're gonna start with the
Dead?
smallest one.
Sure, why not?
Okay. I mean, it appears to be.
I mean,
like,
how
child
small?
size.
Child size? Okay, not that one then.
Okay.
We'll take the next one up, sir.
Okay.
We'll take a venti.
I take medium skull for 5.
Okay. So roll. I guess just roll another d4. And if you roll a 4 again, re-roll it, because the 4 is the smallest one. Okay, 3. All right. So you cast Speak with Dead. What do you say?
We're looking for a woman who was the wife of Lathander. Is that it?
Leandrin.
Leandrin. Are
Or you could
you?
just be, what is
her?
your name?
Or what is your name? Sure, there we
What
go.
is your name?
You see the sort of animate a little bit. He said, "I am her."
Oh, okay.
You got the right one the first try.
Got the right one.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Great. That's all we needed.
I was hoping she'd talk like Murray from Monkey Island.
Because I don't know what Murray talks like. I didn't play that game as much as you did.
Well, I think we're good then, right, guys?
Yeah, we got it. Easy peasy.
Now the hard part.
The Landrins, you can bring her back to life.
We're gonna try to bring her back to life, but you know,
we just have to
if
get
it
to
doesn't work,
Riverton.
yeah, if it doesn't work, we have to buy a scroll.
Might take time.
Yo, I'm gonna ask him like anything you want to ask her now while I've got her.
Ask her what
Well, I
happened.
got her called up.
Maybe ask if she wants to come back.
Yo, you want to come back?
Yo, what's up?
Yo, hey, you want to come back to life and stuff?
I mean, you would know that that's kind of it doesn't really know. That doesn't work that way. It would know what the body knows in life. It's not like you're actually talking to the person.
Yeah. What happened to you? Is that a simple question? Am I restricted to that? Oh no, answers are different, but I guess I can ask. Whatever.
Yeah, I think for Speak with Dead, it can be any question, and then it will decide how to answer based on whether it like knows you and all that stuff. It says the child followed rats, and we were picked apart.
Tell her she's a pushover. We killed him in one round.
What child?
Well, she helped children get out of the Underdark.
Well, she helped
People.
anyone. She helped Drow get out
Anyone.
of the Underdark. But
Drow, yeah.
I mean, based on your investigation and all that stuff, looks like there's one, like, you happen to get her head, and then there was 2 more and a kid. So, you can deduce that she was helping a family leave the Underdark. And she says that the child followed some rats. You guys saw those rats earlier, and you can sort of piece together what happened.
Cool. All right.
All right, easy.
Is there anything about the Mindflayers? Like, are they dead? Like, are we worried about?
They're dead.
Okay.
It was supposed to go a little differently.
I guess.
It's supposed to have one of you guys get dominated and just come in there alone, and then the rest of you would have to rescue them.
That's
not
your
how it
problem. Supposed to have never happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to go first, because I can just spend a key point and get out of it.
Any goodies in the room? Any like?
Nothing magical. I can tell you that.
Nothing magical. The 2 Mind Flayers had a breastplate each. I think Cleroy took those, and then there's some like clothes and like little like a purse full of like trinkets and stuff in the pile of bones. But it's all pretty. The clothes are all but gone.
Do you want me to ask Morden to try to bring her back? Now?
I mean,
Maybe make it easier for you to bring her back now. I don't know.
yeah, we can try that. We can try that. We can try that first because it's gonna cost a lot of money if it doesn't work.
Plus the body was here. I don't know if that matters at all.
Nah, it shouldn't matter.
Well,
It
I'm
definitely
only
doesn't
asking
matter.
for now. I'm only asking for I'm only asking Morden for a resurrection spell, not true resurrection, right?
You can
Because
ask.
it's
You
only
can ask
10
your god for whatever you want on divine intervention,
No,
and
I'm
then I will
I'm
decide whether or
saying-
not.
Well,
You
I was
don't need true
debating how powerful of a thing I'm asking for. That's all.
You
You
don't
just
need
need
true.
regular yeah, you don't need true.
I
Because
mean,
it's only been 10 years, so
divine
we wouldn't need
intervention
true.
essentially is as powerful depending on
It's like Wish.
circumstances. It can be as high as a 9th level spell without much of a problem.
We're
Just
asking for a
depends on-
res. And we have the
I'm just
bones.
going to ask. Here's what we're going to do. Okay, so I say to bring the skull out here into the open. So we'll bring it out here somewhere.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like we'll bring the skull out here. like in this area.
All right.
And then I will, let's see. I will grab my holy symbol. I don't know how this works. I've never used divine intervention, so.
So roll a percentile dice, which is the green and the sort of gray. Grab one of each of those and roll it. And you're looking.
So first, I guess I will grab my holy pendant and kneel down and say a prayer to Moradin and say, Moradin, grant me your divine intervention and bring this poor soul back from the dead. And then I roll what?
D100. So one of the one that says 10 and the one that says 00. One of each of those at the same time and roll it.
You gotta get.
He has to get a 10 or
below 10.
Okay, so I roll a D10 and a D100.
Yeah, the D10 and the one with 2 zeros.
Here's... Why didn't I roll? Here. What?
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
Okay, 60.
That doesn't. Well, it doesn't matter then. Why'd you roll 3 of them?
I didn't. I only showed up one on my screen. That's why I said what's happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So normally you just roll it like that.
You roll it like that. That's how you're supposed to roll it.
I tried to drag it off.
Oh, I would have done it.
Isaac got it. No, you clicked both of them, right?
But yeah, you rolled a 60 something, so it does not. There's no effect.
That's how.
Okay, well, I tried.
How often can you do that?
Once per
I
day.
can wait
day.
till
Unless it's
tomorrow and
successful.
do it again.
If it's successful, then it takes a week for it to cool down.
I can wait till tomorrow and try again until it's
Yeah, we
successful.
just-
I
we
can
need
do it
to
every
do this.
day until it's successful.
Yeah, we just sit around in this town every day. All right, ask your god again.
On average, we'll get it once every 10 days.
Everyone's like, oh, hold on a second. Melmore's talking to me again.
Yeah, he's like up there talking to his buddy. God dang it, Melmore.
Eventually, you'll get tired of hearing me. Like, okay,
He's
already.
bored of asking. He's like, all right,
I
fine,
guess
jeez.
we'll wait till tomorrow and I'll ask again. And I'll ask again.
We can start heading back just in case to Riverton.
But we'll
to
head
get
back.
this
We'll
scroll.
head back to the town. We'll leave this place since we have to wait a day anyways.
Okay, yeah, you got what you needed. Are you going to walk back, or are you going to just have Galahad
Teleport us out,
fetch you
Galahad.
back?
Oh, yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I can teleport us back.
What all
yeah,
are you?
it's
What all are you taking from here?
What is there anything else we found in the bones?
Just lots of bones, and there's a little bag full of that has some just basically worthless trinkets.
Beak
Alright.
got that.
I already got that.
Beak took those.
So really nothing else to take.
Yeah, we can search the bodies and everything. Yeah.
But I mean, like, are you taking any of the other bones? Are you leaving everything there? I just want to know what you're taking.
Oh
We're
no, I
just
don't care about
taking
anyone
the
else.
one. We're just taking the one.
Okay.
Take the other skulls just in case.
What race was your friend, Creed? I mean, I doubt it, but
Oh, Anan? Oh, that's a great point. He was Drow?
He was
Why don't
right.
you just ask the other ones?
Alright, yeah. Let's hit up some of the other ones.
Oh, I figured out how to do it. Roll both dice. Get it.
Speak with the dead with some of the other fools.
Okay. What are you gonna ask him?
Are
Are you Anan? Do you know Anan? We'll do that. Have you heard of a drowned Anan?
I'll just make it easy. I'll say that neither of them know Anan. I was gonna be like, well, Anan's a common name, but no,
would've been a deep
neither of
move.
them know Anan.
Man, this infatuation with Anan, man. I feel like you guys are lovers.
We were best bros, dude. You don't even
Yeah.
know. We went to camp
It might go
together.
beyond that.
It was totally consensual and not gay at all.
Yeah, dude, no homo.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll bring the skulls with us just in case.
Okay. So you're taking all
Right.
3.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
If it didn't work out, I'll bolt them to someone's armor to make them look cool.
Yeah.
That's what they do in video games. Saw them in half, face on the armor.
All right. So to end the stream, we can go over the journals you guys found if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, did we go over the things that we snagged out of?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, never mind. Go ahead.
So, you open them up. They're all in Undercommon. So you would have to ritually cast your thing to be able to read them, which I would imagine you would do. So, let's see where they are. Okay, so there are a couple journals, and basically they speak about different types of magic and harnessing it. One section talks about the failed attempt of Tunil, who was trying to combine the arcane with the divine and trying to use basically like cleric spells and use them with just by commanding them through arcane means. And it says that it suggests that further exploration into this would likely be dangerous because Tunil was punished by the gods, turned into a Gnagpa, and was exiled from all the Drow cities. He was exiled. Are you like reading this out loud or just to yourself, Creed?
I'll read it out loud because I don't know what any of this means unless I do.
So anyone who wants to make a history check
Yes.
can go ahead.
Let me history check that for you, brother.
Can I hit him with guidance?
You want to
Yep.
help me? You want to assist me and help
20.
me and guidance me? That is
If you
pretty
need
good.
I got a
if
13.
you need a D4, you can add that to your guide or your history check.
Yeah, I'll roll a d4.
Sarah.
Be a
I
4.
got a 21.
21 for me too.
Okay, so the two of you both
With all powers combined.
recognize the word Nagpa. And now that he said it out loud, it reminds you of something. A Nagpa is a like fabled creature, and it's weird that you didn't remember earlier, but it's like a vulture man.
Oh,
Like Dayman?
like the one we found.
Yeah. And you guys are able
What
to
did
put
it
that
say about
together.
them?
That Tunil was punished by the gods for trying to combine divine magic with arcane magic. Turned into a Nagpa, and then once that happened, he was exiled. There is also one of the journal just as you're going through it, there's a section that says Matsukent Warlocks.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah,
So,
boy.
as you're thumbing through there, it speaks about the Matsukent tribe and how they cast out they figured out that they cast out the males, and the males, if they survive, enter into pacts with Vex Goroth. Most of them, I mean, until they found out about it, they only found out about it because one of their missions out ran into a feral magic user who they dispatched, but not before like a bunch of damage was done to some of their people. And then they found out about these warlocks being cast off, and they started to monitor it and take them in to the Order of Dusk.
Oh shit.
They started with the first few, it was a little difficult. They started having weird dreams, and so as they went on, they learned to better control them. They would like tell them to expect these dreams and how to interpret them, so that they would be more obedient. And sort of there's a couple sort of breaks where there's different styles of handwriting, which you can figure is just like different people taking over the helm of the journal. There's a section about a tiefling named Creed, and how he was found by Traylor and brought in, and it seems he was also entered into a pact with Vex Goroth, perhaps without his knowledge, but they don't know how this Creed got past their vision. They don't know how they didn't find him when he was young.
Great. Let's kill him now and be done with it.
So
Well, sorry,
it
buddy.
goes on to describe that they figure he's probably that they found out he is starting to have dreams, and they were scared about what to do with it, Eventually, Traylor was tasked with they were trying to decide whether to execute or to just hold Creed. Eventually, Traylor was tasked with holding him because they thought more could be learned. Traylor was then set up for the trap. The handwriting then changes again. And it says something about an attempt to create the veil is going to be made. It should control the warlocks easier and potentially make more efforts into combining the divine magic possible. Creed could possibly be collected as there is still potential for knowledge there, but there are more pressing matters currently. There is also another section that speaks about some green crystals that were brought to Traylor. He found them odd and eventually found out how to refine them into residuum. And that is pretty much all that those journals talk about, all the highlights. A lot of it is just potential research into being able to combine different types of magic. You can see there are notes about Traylor having mastered aspects of sorcery and the Eldritch, but has not ventured into divine just yet.
Do I recognize any of the handwriting?
I'm not sure that you would have seen. Go ahead and make an investigation check, and if it's super high, because it would be a high DC, but...
Yeah, I'm gonna add Dark One's Own Luck for flavor.
Okay.
I'm trying to use it sparingly and when it would actually matter, but...
I did.
Can I stack those?
Yeah.
Okay, well I will do that then. Yoink. Wait, hang on. Investigation?
Yep.
Okay. There's that, and that.
17, that's really high.
17 plus 9.
Let's say, yeah, between the... I mean, you would... Between the switches in some of the pronouns and the fact that you know who the headmaster is now, you can tell that a lot of this, especially towards the end, is Traylor's handwriting.
Okay. Well, after I finish reading out loud, I say, wow, that's very interesting.
So this would have all, I guess, been done at the labyrinth, because that's when you actually found it. So a little bit of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. But I'll say that shortly after you guys arrive back at the labyrinth,
Did we teleport to the labyrinth or back to his house?
well, I'm saying this is before you guys even went back into the Underdark, because we just forgot to look at these papers. Creed gets a message in his head. He recognizes the voice as Traylor. And Traylor just says, "Found anything interesting? We'll be looking for you now."
And this is before we put the necklaces on, or the...
It is, but you know that in the labyrinth it is set against divination magic, so they would not be able to see you in there.
Can I communicate back with him?
Yeah, 25 words.
Numbers now. Okay. What did he say again? Sorry.
He says, "I hope you found something interesting. We'll be looking for you now."
Tell
Are
him
there
to
still
screw
more?
up.
Yeah. Are there still more like me?
There's no response. You know he heard it, but no response. I will say that you noticed there were no... I mean, while you were at the school, you didn't see any tieflings.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me?
No response. And at that point, the spell would fade.
Okay.
But the way sending works is that they can send you a message up to 25 words, you can respond with up to 25 words, and then they would have to cast it again to say anything back to you. And that's if they wanted to.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Yeah, well, that was fascinating to read about.
And then also
So
one
they
more
were
thing you can
planning
make.
to execute you.
I mean, based off of what you know about Vexkoroth, anyone else who wants to make, let's see, that would be either religion or possibly history.
I'm proficient in both.
Yeah, you can make a check if you want to.
I'll do religion. Really? 13.
Yeah, you've heard the name. Creed knows. I mean, Creed doesn't know the. Actually, go ahead and make a religion or history check, your choice.
Mine?
Yeah.
They're the same either way, so.
So yeah, you know what you know about like the stories that they would tell children, but much beyond that you don't know.
But I'm aware that, like, oh, this is the guy then.
Yeah, you can put that together.
I would put that to, yeah.
So, they were planning to execute you. That's what I heard,
Yeah.
right?
You didn't hear it, David.
I didn't?
He
I
said
thought
he
I
was
was
reading
reading
it
that
out
out loud.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of weird to just be like.
So they were planning to kill you because of your nightmares?
Looks like
Did
it.
I hear that right? Did
Either
you
that
know?
or use me. I did not know. And I think from here I would just explain, like, I hail from that tribe. I originally am a Mazaken tiefling, and males are generally cast away. And I had no idea that anybody else had formed a pact with this particular demon. I didn't even know that that was his name. Children were told stories about it in various tiefling circles as a way to keep them from participating in too much mischief. He's kind of the boogeyman.
What about your dreams that you had? Would you like to explain them? I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I think that's fine. While I was the part of the Order of Dusk, during my training on how to command my magic, I gradually started to have very vivid nightmares about killing some of the leaders within the Order. Was it some of the orders, or was it everyone?
What was the question?
Like, the nightmares that I had, was it to, like, you need to go kill the leaders of it, or everyone?
It was kind of amorphous. It was mostly just like faceless drow.
Yeah. And I would have them on a super regular basis until I was trapped in with that troll when I found you guys, and after that, the nightmare ceased. And I don't know if that's in reference to the spell that they're talking about, or if that's something to do with harnessing my power. I didn't even know that there was something to harness.
You get any insane dreams now?
I have not had anything out of the ordinary since, except for, repeatedly, poking Mel more in the ribs from time to time. But other than that, nothing.
Alright. So your nightmares were that you were afraid of killing, or no, where you would kill?
I was compelled to kill the drow that I was with that were training me. And they were vivid, they were horrible, they were gut-wrenching, they were compulsion, is it compulsionary?
Compulsory?
Compulsory?
I don't
Is
know.
that the word?
I know what you're trying to say. I don't know which word it is.
Yeah. And then I think at this point I also tell him, like, you know, Vexgorath, my meeting with him and the instances that led me to the Order of Dusk. So, I was once a smuggler that found himself into a really bad situation. Essentially was captured and was on a sea vessel to some faraway nation. And the vessel was overtaken by a storm, and I knew we were all dead. And in the middle of this mass typhoon, this figure appeared and offered to save my life. And I had no idea who they were necessarily, but I knew it wasn't good, and I knew that it was somebody not to be messed with. And during our conversation, I knew that, oh, this is the boogeyman, this is the Babadook, this is the person that they tell us about. And as soon as I accepted the gambit, you know, I was overcome by the storm and woke up, and the Order of Dusk found me stranded on a beach and took me back to their coven for training. Ever since then, I had the ability to do weird things, magical powers.
Zane didn't like you.
Anan was my best friend.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
He was a
A
wizard.
warlock.
and he was a drow, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't have very many friends in the
So was
order.
Aiden a friend that you got from school? Or was he a friend that was before that?
No, it was somebody that I met in the order. I haven't had any communication with anyone I knew from before. And in fact, I can't even tell you how to get back to where I hail from.
So you're not from here?
No.
That's something you want, to go back to where you're from.
I had a family of sorts before, yeah. I was close to some of the fellow smugglers that took me in when I was abandoned as a motherkin.
Do you remember your parents? Your life before you became before you became one of the empires?
Yeah, as a male member of my tribe, I was cast out upon birth, but I remember it vividly, which is odd for individuals like me. In fact, I wasn't even meant to survive. However, apparently, there are others like me that have formed bonds with, I assume, the same demon or perhaps other ones. And I remember being cast out, and I remember being abandoned by my mother. I'd like to return, and I'd like to repay what was done to me.
Were all the warlocks in the order, were they all tieflings?
There were some others, but not all of them.
And there weren't a lot, it was mostly wizards and sorcerers.
Yeah.
And again, this was apparently 400 years ago. Everyone that I know was probably dead. But I'd like to figure out if there was a way to go back. I also would like to know if Anan is still alive. He was the only one that treated me like a person before.
The other tieflings didn't treat you nicely.
I don't think...
The order.
Were there any other tieflings in the order?
There were some other tieflings. They were almost... I mean, the order made a concerted effort to sort of separate you from them. So occasionally you would, like, whenever if you would try to talk to them, a teacher would step in and be like, "Oh, you got something to do," and make the other person leave, basically. So like there were other tiefling warlocks, but and you're sort of putting this all together now. They were kept away from you on purpose.
Yeah.
Do you know why they were kept away from you?
I don't. According to this, it sounds like they were trying to use us for something. And I don't know if we were too dangerous to be kept together. I don't know if.
I think we need information on who you pledged your allegiance to. Find out everything about them. We need to go to a library.
Do you know your tribe? Do you know what your tribe worshipped?
No. I was cast away as an infant, basically.
Alright. So the order was different back then, is that right?
Very, very. At the time that I was doing it, we ran missions, but mostly in order to keep the peace and build up the kingdom there.
So is this like Clone Wars vibe stuff going on?
Ish. Yeah, I guess, Isaac. I don't know. My knowledge also.
So, I mean, you were there, so what you would know is that definitely the public opinion of the order was better then. You now looking back on it, you are starting, and knowing what you know now, you're starting to see a lot of similar threads. Like maybe they were doing this all along, but just hiding it better. But they certainly did, and possibly still do, good deeds for the communities around them. But you're starting, like, especially after reading these journals that are super old, it seems like the whole thing, the leaders of it have always been about gaining knowledge and power.
It was all for a specific purpose.
So they were just better hiding their ugly faces.
Potentially. Or they weren't as close to their ultimate aims as they are now, perhaps.
Okay. So they just want... So they're just being power hungry? So they just want power?
Perhaps.
Okay.
At the time, I had supernatural abilities, and they enabled me to get them under control to an extent. Also, I was a lost person in a lost land, and they took me in and took care of me.
When your powers were untamed, what would happen?
Well, I don't know if it was I don't know if it was I that eventually tore apart the ship that I was upon. I know that my skin would change colors. I know that I would lash out and destroy things around me. I know that things would explode, and I know that eventually I would pass out.
Sheriff takes a slight step back.
Okay, but now you're tame now, so
You're tame now.
this stuff doesn't happen anymore.
Like a lion in a cage, you're tame now, boy.
I'm lovably tame. That's correct.
Alright.
We have a chair and a ring of fire, and if we whip him a couple times and poke him with a chair, he'll jump through it for sure.
And then I cast like thaumaturgy, and like my eyes light up real bright, and like I just go like, no, I'm just kidding.
He powers up.
My hair turns like blonde.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Our
And then
scanners are going crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's over
Power
9,000.
levels over 9,000.
Good job, everyone.
Okay.
I know this too. I feel very relieved the nightmares are over. I feel bound to the demon I formed the pact with.
when you look back at those nightmares, do you still see them as a bad thing?
They were horrifying. Absolutely.
So,
And looking back, knowing what we know about the Order, perhaps they were a good thing if it could have prevented something, but I for sure would not have been able to carry that out with how powerful they were.
so how far are you to the Order? Do you want to desecrate it like I do, or do you want to make him on the right path?
I was abandoned and betrayed. And if it's anything like my tribe, or the person that is the reason that I'm here and betrayed me when I was smuggling, I want to repay the favor tenfold.
So
There's...
putting them on the right path.
No.
No?
I am vengeful.
Okay. So you want to end the Order.
I certainly want to end Traylor. But I
Oh,
know
yeah.
not to mess
that.
with him.
But we did hear that the Order might rebel. Or people are having second thoughts on it at least.
And that's comforting to me. When I was there, I felt like the intention of most of us in the Order was good. However, I can only assume most of us were blinded by the aspirations of those in charge.
So the ones in charge, do you know if they lie to you?
I can say definitely when I was locked in a room with a cave troll, yes.
Okay. Well, as we heard, they weren't planning to kill you with that cave troll.
Yeah,
The
but
cave
instead
troll was
potentially
kinda
use
like
me.
Yeah, the cave troll was just kind of like a dream.
It
Was,
seemed real to me.
It was to keep you busy. What is that right?
That's what Trailer said, something like that. I mean, it was very real, but somehow there was some kind of magic that kept me locked in there in place and kind of, gosh, another Dragon Ball Z reference. The hyperbolic time chamber kind of thing.
I've never seen Dragon Ball Z.
You're better off. It's fine.
Mark.
I loved it, but it's my childhood. Also, it took 12 episodes to advance the plot.
Well, Dragon Ball Z Kai gets rid of half of that.
I only watched T-Man when I was young.
Anyway, yeah. If there's something you should know about me, I am not one to trust easily. Betrayal comes with a price, and I will not be bound by anything. And so, my allegiance to the Order is essentially no more. I'd like to find my friend Anan. I'd like to repay vengeance upon the Order, the smuggler that screwed me over, and my initial tribe, and I certainly don't want to be under the thumb of any great demon. I'm also not dumb enough to take them on directly, knowing that it could end with my life.
Alright.
I think there's a lot to unpack there, but we should probably get out of here. We just killed some Mindflayers. Let's go.
Yeah.
True, I have some
Standing around
questions
here.
for you. Or no. Sarah.
You can ask them next time because I have to get.
All right, so we'll end it there, and hopefully we'll get one more session in. I think next week we're gonna be able to go, and then after that, I think we're gonna have like a while off,
3 or 4
maybe
weeks.
upwards of a month. Yeah, a little summer break, but hopefully we'll have enough everyone here for next week, and we will see you then. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.
I'm out of here.